All right, whenever you're ready to roll.
All righty. Do. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another episode of DAAAGenerates podcast, coming to you live Tuesday, July 12th. This is episode 112 on the 12th. How about that shit?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Welcome in, everybody, listening on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, no matter where you're at. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, share this shit around. We both appreciate that.
Yep.
We got a lot on the docket today. We got Cubs Sox as always. We got the NHL draft and a couple big moves made for the Blackhawks. Bulls off season, a couple interesting fucking stories and headlines in the NFL we're going to talk about. And then, like always, wrap everything up with a little wrestling. So without further ado, let me introduce, as always, my co-host, Nick Johnston. How you doing on this fine Tuesday?
Oh, we're doing pretty well. Not as hot as it's usually been. You know, I feel like we always do like a weather check sometimes, but you know, it's been nice and easy today and easy breezy. So looking forward to more of that. Yeah, just very excited. You know, the Sox are pissing me off, but fucking wrestling's cool. You know, that's fun. You know, I got the All-Star break, looking forward to that. And I think maybe the MLB trade deadline is also coming up soon. So I was gonna be looking forward to that. We got so much shit to get into. I mean, fuck. Let's see. I know we got some sad news to get into. We got some better news to start off, but I don't know how do you want to start off this one?
Yeah, I want to start it off. Pay a little fucking respect to two legends, two movie and TV show legends who passed away over the week. Tony Sirico and James Caan. Tony Sirico, most popularly known as Paulie Walnuts, Paulie Galtieri in The Sopranos. One of the funniest, one of the best characters in that entire show. He passed away at the age of 79 back on July 8th. That was sad. That's a tough one.
Did they say why? Did they get a
no reasons yet. No, I haven't heard anything about it.
Well, yeah, 79. I doubt he was like on his jet ski or whatever, but you know, it's still upsetting.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know the personal life of Tony Sirico, this guy was in no way, shape, or form your everyday normal actor. This guy, out of the entire Sopranos cast, he was the most how do I say it? Like, he was the most realistic. He was the most realistic bad guy. Like, he grew up a criminal. He grew up in organized crime, not to the level that he was in the show. Obviously, he's fucking Tony Soprano's right-hand man. He's killing all these motherfuckers in the show. Not to that extent in real life, but Tony Sirico did have some connections, and he just brought that authenticity to the show, The Sopranos, that, you know, you go back and listen to some interviews, listen to the other actors talk, and even you know, a lot of shows do this. They bring in people that are sort of experts in that field to sort of show the actors how to walk, how to talk, how to act, to get the most realistic, you know, the show or TV show or movie possible.
You want the most authenticity out of it.
And Tony Sirico was that guy because he lived that life for majority of his life before he actually got into acting. So Paulie Walnuts, one of the funniest not even in the show, one of the funniest characters in TV history, in my opinion. He's absolutely fucking hilarious. He's going to be fucking missed. So rest in peace to him. And then the other one, we get back-to-back gangsters in the same week. James Caan.
Most suspicious that they're all dropping at the same time.
Exactly. Most well known for his role as Sonny Corleone in The Godfather. This man has been.
I saw that he was the dad in Elf.
He was the dad in Elf too. Yeah, he's been in so many movies, so many iconic roles. But the one that really stands out to me and stands out to a lot of Bears fans, my favorite football movie of all time, Brian's Song. He plays the iconic, you call him, or he plays alongside the iconic Billy D. Williams, who plays Gale Sayers, and James Caan plays Brian Piccolo. For anybody who hasn't seen Brian's Song, it's definitely an older movie. It's definitely a little outdated. It was one of his earlier movies, but as a Bears fan, as a football fan, and just as a fan of good, wholesome stories that just make you smile, Brian's Song is a beautiful movie. Don't watch the fucking remake trash movie they made in like the 90s, 2000s or whatever. Watch the original one from the 60s. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It'll make you call up your best friend and be like, hey, listen, I love you and thank you for being a best friend. Because the story between Brian Piccolo and Gale Sayers, a lot of people already know it, but they're the first white person and African American to ever room together and live in the same room together in the NFL. So that's really iconic. So their story is awesome. James Caan played the role of Brian Piccolo beautifully. So that one's tough right there. Brian's Song, it's one of I'd say it's top 10 movies for me all time. So sucks. We lose both of those guys, James Caan, Tony Sirico. Rest in peace. We got to pay our fucking tribute. And yeah, like you said, something fishy's going on because we got fucking Paulie Walnuts. He got whacked. James Caan got whacked. Ray Liotta got whacked a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Something's going on. A bunch of fucking gangsters. All the famous iconic mobsters are dropping, dude.
I mean, I don't want to get any eyes on us, but might be those damn Clintons. They keep
They're
doing
coming
that
after
shit.
us now. Good job. Listen, if anybody listens to this, Troy, if you're listening to this, I know you are. If me or Nick end up in a fucking trunk or a dumpster somewhere, you know who it was. Okay?
If Troy, I'm only talking to Troy right now. If I don't reply to what really grinds my gears text every Thursday, then I'm missing. I'm gone. It's a concern. Call the police, call the army, everybody. All right, there you go. Now we're talking everybody again. Yeah, no, this has been very suspicious and very fishy, but yeah, very crazy, very upsetting. And I might take a break from I think I just finished Stranger Things, completely blew through that. I was good. And then just started watching The Boys. Maybe just take a break from the TV shows. Maybe I'll watch Brian's Song tonight, maybe cry a little bit.
It's a great movie. It's only an hour and a half long.
Oh, there you go.
Billy D. Williams and James Caan, they're both very early in their career. And obviously it's you can consider it a football movie. I don't consider it a football movie though. It's just it's a movie about two best friends. Okay. And football just happens to be in it.
So happens it's sort to be
of like
there. Yeah.
It's sort of like you remember the Titans. I mean, the overlapping, story and everything in Remember the Titans. It isn't about football. It's about, the segregation in the movie and people coming together, blah, blah, blah. That's sort of, I guess, what Brian's Song is too. So it's a great movie. It's
overcoming the odds, beating segregation, blah blah blah. Just come, let's just blow through.
Yeah. So Brian's Song, that's a great movie. I'll always remember James Caan for that role. And who do you think's next? What famous gangster's going next?
Oh geez, I have no idea.
I hope it's what's his name? Joe Pesci. I always fucking thought Joe Pesci was overrated.
Oh, geez.
Think I'm fucking funny? It's the only fucking good scene he ever had.
Oh, geez. Some are probably going to say that Tony Soprano's kid, not AJ, but the one that played him in the new one. They probably that kid, that performance sucked. But I didn't see it. I didn't see it, so I wouldn't know. So, I mean.
I can't wait. I want to fucking see. What is this? Our boy Kyle just sent me a text. Bears making moves. Gotta go look and see what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah.
But, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to those two. James Caan, Tony Sirico. Hey, how you doing? Go fuck your mother.
Hey,
Tony Sirico. Yeah, if you guys, for those of you who haven't seen The Sopranos, and this will be the last thing I'll say about this topic. Just to encapsulate the entire character of Paulie Walnuts, go watch the episode Pine Barrens I forgot. I think it was season 3, episode 11, if I'm correct. Episode the name of the episode is Pine Barrens in The Sopranos, and it's all just Paulie Walnuts and Christopher Maltasanti, and just the back and forth between those two. It's an iconic episode. I think it's the best episode in the entire series. It's one of that episode won a fucking Emmy in a comedy category. How crazy is that?
Yeah, that's wild.
Like an episode of The Sopranos won a comedy award as like a comedy Emmy, which is insane. So go watch that, fucking laugh a little bit. Go watch Brian's Song. You'll cry a little bit. And let's fucking remember those two.
Yeah.
The Bears have acquired wide receiver N'Keal Harry from the Patriots. That's the fucking big news. Okay.
For probably a draft pick or something.
Trade. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten any more fucking news.
Hey, you know what? N'Keal Harry, that's a pretty solid snag. He's nothing like, write home to your mother about, but he's gonna be a solid, consistent wide receiver. I feel like,
especially with fucking Byron Pringle getting all these fucking traffic violations.
Yeah, no, that's a good move. Good move by the Bears right there. No way. I don't know. We don't know exactly what it gave up just yet, but no, I've right now just hearing that. I like that move. I like that.
Hey, and that's good for our fucking boy Jacoby Myers, baby.
Yeah,
get that fantasy draft stock up.
Yeah, you like Jacoby Myers. That's your boy. That's your guy. I don't know.
7th round draft pick in 2024. That's a win for the Bears.
Yeah,
absolute win. 7th round pick. That's like a guard from fucking Utah Technical State College.
And even if it's a contract year for N'Keal Harry, I mean, just let him do what he does. If he earns it, he earns it. I guess. Without further ado, if you got all that, I mean, I got one thing I did over the weekend besides go to the flea market, and I can make a little connection to the Sopranos we were walking around the flea market. I see a Bada Bing hat. I almost snagged it, but it was a little dirty. I feel like I had to it wasn't not very taken care of, a little beaten up, so I passed, so unfortunately, but the other thing I did over the weekend, caught a decent movie. Everyone was ranting and raving about Thor: Love and Thunder. Did you hear anything about this? Did you see anything about this?
I did not. I'm not a big Marvel guy. I keep telling myself I want to get into the movies. I think I've seen the first Iron Man, the first Captain America, and maybe the first Avengers movie, but the rest of them, no, I haven't seen them. So you can talk about them all you want.
Yeah. So I mean, this one is nothing too crazy, not bad by any means. It's good, and like I said, nothing like Infinity War or fucking whatever the big slam jamborees that they always do with the Avengers or whatever. Like I said, no big plot holes or anything. Just I kind of have to agree with what a lot of critics are saying, in the sense that it seems it's just too goofy. It's just trying to be too funny when it shouldn't be. I mean, it doesn't need to be that way, especially after we see examples like the new Batman and stuff like that. Like serious points, like it can be taken. Like, we can take a superhero movie serious. I don't know. You don't need to just flip everything and turn it into Deadpool. It's just not what it needs to be. I felt as though just throughout the film there was no like threat lingering. I know Christian Bale had that was the big thing. Like, oh, is his character? It just the comedy and the funniness just completely dragged it out, and I didn't feel like there was any like conflict, other than I guess cancer was the big one, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Again, just I don't know, just it was a stone cold. I don't know. I sorry, I'm trying to pull this all together. Just it doesn't need to be like comic and funny all the time. It doesn't need to be Deadpool. And honestly, if I was him, if I was Ryan Reynolds, I'd be pissed. Like, you're just completely ripping off my gimmick, and it's kind of bullshit. I'll flip it back. Just like I said, a great performance by Christian Bale. Again, just kind of undercut like the seriousness of the film, kind of like took a little bit away from it. What could have been like a better, like, oh wow, what a, like, not a lot of people are like acknowledging that. I feel that he had such a good performance, but I don't know, just the most crucial part of the film I outright laughed at, and I feel bad, but I feel like you would laugh at the same exact part too. Thor just pours his heart out to, I don't know if you've seen the first one. Natalie Portman, I think that's her name, is the like the lady that brings him in and teaches him all the ways to be human. And she comes back now in this film. He pours his heart out to her. I love you this, I love you that. I wish this didn't happen. I wish I brought you all, like, I wish I could have kept you around or whatever. You taught me to love, you taught me to do this. And then she just brings him in and says, I have cancer. And it's just like, what? Yeah, like, come on, like, that's the first thing out of your mouth after all that. And like I said, I outright laughed, and maybe not so appropriate in the movie theater. I was the only one laughing. Yeah, I guess, no sense of humor there in that comedy, or in that theater, but nevertheless, I don't know. Like I said, just, it was kind of ridiculous in that sense. And now this ending with this little girl, I guess I'm not going to give away too much of where she comes from and whatever, but I'm not going to be interested. I mean, the acting is probably going to be questionable because she's 12 or 11, 12. I don't know. He's just a small child. It's just how it is. No small child actor is ever really that good. Maybe, the little girl that played in the Obi-Wan series,
Princess Leia.
Yeah, Princess Leia, because my brain is retarded and I can't remember names like that. So either way, I don't know. I'm not going to be interested if those Thor movies are going forward. If it's going to be her, it's going to be Thor and this little girl. So that's that. But and on a positive note, the fighting scenes with the Guns N' Roses songs, that kicked ass. So that was pretty. Like I said, that was pretty fucking tight. Would I recommend it to everyone? No. Would I recommend it if you're, still in that Marvel series and you really like it? Yeah, it's just kind of like a filler film. I feel it didn't really push any huge storylines. I guess now, like I said, I guess we're just gonna get, I don't know, maybe just more forced, added characters for diversity and all that stuff. But that is what it is. I guess you're just gonna, like you said, if you're gonna be watching the Thor films, you're probably gonna see this young lady for a while. So there you go. Enjoy Thor: Love and Thunder. I guess there you go. I don't know. Like I said, you weren't really too interested in it. It's okay. I don't want to sit here and shit on it too much. It's a good, if you got nothing to do for 2 hours, go see it. It's good. It's visually, all those films are always fun to watch, like just for the sake of, like, so yeah, I mean, get just insanely high on whatever sort of I don't know, narcotic, hallucinogen, fucking amphetamine, whatever you feel like doing. Yeah,
hallucinogen. I liked saying and hearing that word. It's very satisfying. I don't know why.
Oh yeah. So I mean, yeah, just buckle down and take some drugs.
You know what I saw this weekend that was pretty fucking good that I did not think I was gonna like? The new Elvis movie.
Oh, okay. I've heard mixed things on it.
Yeah, it's definitely, I could understand like the criticism people giving it. But it was fun. Like, it was fun. The dude who played Elvis fucking did a great job. I'll give him credit. A lot of people were, oh, he doesn't look like who gives a fuck if no one looks like Elvis.
Was a fat fuck. No one, they're not gonna do that depiction of him. They want to make him look good.
Well, they did. They did at the end of the movie when he got real, towards the end of his life where he got real fat. They did have a scene where that actor, you could just tell that they fucking put some prosthetics on him, pounded a fucking cake, or a cake on a pound of makeup. I said that wrong. 10 pounds of makeup on his face.
He had a couple cakes too, he
had more fucking chins than a Chinese phone book. And it was a fun movie though. It was a fun movie. I love the music, obviously.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's a given.
There was one scene I sort of laughed at, and Elvis is, there's no spoilers, but Elvis is like walking through the streets of Memphis. I think it's Memphis. I don't know, it could be. I think it was Memphis. And all these people are like recognizing him and coming up, and he's signing autographs, and he's going to hang out with BB King at some nightclub. And of all the music they chose to put in this movie, they put in a Doja Cat song.
What?
Like, this is a movie based in the 60s and the 70s. They put Doja Cat's like remix of Hound Dog, and I was just like,
oh,
this thing had great music. It had all the great rhythm and blues and jazz and all the soul music from back in that day, and then it also had some of the rock stuff that Elvis drew like all his inspirations from and all the country music. And then they just had Doja Cat in the, and it's
That's
you ain't nothing
disappointing.
but a hound dog. Oh, whatever the fuck she's saying. It was
Oh
such a
my
terrible
god.
version. I was like, really? That just killed. It's a cool scene, and that song just killed the scene. But
That's
it
brutal.
was a fun movie. It was fucking long. It was like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh boy.
Um, but it was a fun movie. So fuck, go see God, or what is it? Thor, God of Thunder, God of
Thor
whatever,
Love and Thunder, and then
Love and
I guess
Thunder,
I think it's
and
just called
then
Elvis, right?
yeah, I think it's just
Or-
called Elvis. Yeah, it was
yeah.
they're decent movies.
There
So if
you
you got
go.
nothing to do this weekend,
You
go
want to see some
fucking
decent movies? Go ahead
yeah.
and go see those. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, if you want to see,
after it, yeah, after like Straight Outta Compton came out, I feel like they just went hardcore on whoring out all these old bands and like making these or whatever the
the
yeah, biopics,
biopics,
yeah,
yeah,
biopics, rockumentaries, whatever you want to call it. It's just like a complete overkill. Like I said, they saw one guy like, oh, Straight Outta Compton absolutely fucking killed it. I mean, it
yeah,
was a mixture of because everyone wanted to know that story and the actors were fucking fantastic.
yeah. It was
And
actually
like,
Ice
yeah,
Cube's fucking son.
exactly. It's just shit like that. And just now, like I said, it's just everyone's went and saw the Queen one, and then there was the Molly Crew one on like Prime Video or some shit. They're just
Yeah, I
whoring
didn't.
the fuck out of these
Yeah, then they
fucking
made an Elton John one, and now they
yeah.
did
It's just
Elvis. They're just gonna
complete
do it with
overkill.
everybody.
The only one
Yeah.
I will go see for sure if they do like an Ozzy Osbourne one, I'll go see that one for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, I'd go see that for
Give
sure
me
too.
give me Ozzy, give me Dio, give me someone cool. I don't want fucking
Yeah.
like I said, I don't want these hair metal bands from yeah, Molly. It was as cool as Molly Crew is somewhat. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck
I
what
didn't like
Nick
the
Six
movie.
was
I didn't
doing.
like the movie at all.
Like we
I'm
know Tommy Lee fucks. That's it. We know. We get it. He has a big penis. That's the joke. That's the only thing that they got going for it. And what Vince Neil is just a fucking pillhead. So whatever. Whatever. We got that fucking wrapped up. Yeah, I mean, after all that, we got can get into some fucking sports if you want to. If you got any fucking final thoughts before we get into that bullshit. Yeah.
No, let's yeah, fucking
Yeah,
let's
hop
hop
into
into some
some
sports,
yeah,
talk some
Cubs Sox.
baseball. Yeah, we got Cubs Sox as always, All-Star game coming up next weekend. We got a couple players from the city of Chicago involved.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think big thing that I'll talk about in a little bit, that I think Rob Manfred, the only good decision he's made in the last couple of years, Miggy and Pujols going to be involved
Oh,
in the All-Star
really?
game this year. So that's going to be cool. It's going to be cool
Okay.
to see those two legends one last time.
You'll
Um,
hear my thoughts on it a little bit. Go ahead.
yeah, so fuck, I'll just take over real quick. Just a quick little Cubs recap. In terms of All-Star game, Cubs got two All-Star representatives this year. Wilson Contreras makes his third All-Star game. Ian Happ makes his first All-Star game. Congratulations to those two guys.
Well
Of
deserved. I'll
course,
say that from my end. Well deserved. They've been having
yeah.
fantastic seasons.
Of course, it's the two guys that are on contract. Of course, it's the two guys that are on contract years and are gonna want fucking big paydays at the end of this year. For those of you who know me, my buddies that have listened to me bitch and rant about the Cubs over the years, you all know that I never liked Ian Happ. But I'll give him credit due, or give him credit where credit's due. He's played great this year. He's always been a good fielder out in the left. Got a decent arm. Obviously, a switch hitting bat is always always a plus in any lineup you have. And usually he's better from the left side of the plate with a lot of power against righties. And it feels like this year it's been the complete opposite. I mean, he's better from the right-handed side of the plate against righties and lefties. He's just taking his walks and putting the ball in play. The home run numbers are down, but the batting average is up. The walks are up. His OPS is up. And a result, all three of those things, plus just great defensive play, him staying healthy, makes his first All-Star game. So congratulations to him. I've come around on him. I mean, he can play any fucking outfield position, first base or second base, third base. This guy can play anywhere. I'd like to give him a fucking contract. It's always good to have a good little utility guy. I don't want to call him a utility guy.
Call him a
I feel
Leori
like
Garcia guy. He's a Larry Garcia guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he can play anywhere for you. He'll play every fucking day. Switch hitter, hits for power, hits for contact. It's always all baseball teams want a guy like that. So pay Ian
You can
Happ,
have
keep
our
this guy
Larry
around.
Garcia.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't
take
know
him.
about that, Jim.
I feel I got a feeling like we maybe mentioned that you got your Contreras and Happ might be over in New York soon on opposite ends. So we'll see how
Yeah,
that goes.
fuck. So yeah, and then second, Wilson Contreras makes his third All-Star game. No surprise there. He's been far and away the best catcher in the National League this year. I think he actually had 64% of the votes for catchers, which was I think other than Acuna in center field for the National League, that was the second highest for position players in the National League. So congrats to him. Well deserved. We talk about Wilson Contreras every fucking week, and he definitely deserves it. As far as on the field, not a good week for the Cubs. Take 2 out of 3 against Milwaukee, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Good for you. And then we lose 4 straight against the Dodgers in LA. So yeah, I mean, you go up against the fucking Dodgers. They're just on another level, that team. And they're not even healthy right now. They don't got arguably their best pitcher in Walker Buehler, and that rotation is the best combined ERA in the league. I think they got the third lowest bullpen ERA in the league, and they have, I think it was the third or the fourth highest run differential in baseball. So they're clicking on all cylinders. Cubs lose 4 straight to them. We got a little 2-game set coming up here Tuesday and Wednesday at home against Baltimore, and then we got 4 straight against Troy's favorite team, the New York Mets.
Hey, watch out for Baltimore. They're red hot. They're fucking
yeah,
as bad as
they are. They got a good young little team over there, man.
I was pissed off when, like I said, the Sox lost 3 out of 4 of them, but I don't know. Not since then, they've been red hot. They're like third in their division. I think they're a couple
behind
behind Boston. Like that's kind of shocking to hear, honestly. But yeah, young lineup. Go ahead. Sorry.
So yeah, we got four games here before the All-Star break at home against the Mets. Might be going to the game Sunday. Might be meeting our fucking boy Richie on one of the rooftops to maybe take part in the 9 hot dog, 9 beers, 9 inning challenge. I don't know if I can do that. I'd fucking die.
Hot dog.
Yeah, cheeseburger. And then we got the All-Star break. We get the home run derby Monday, All-Star game Tuesday, 2 games off. And then, they got Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and San Francisco to round out the month of July. So that's it there. I'm excited to see Wilson and Ian Happ playing the All-Star game. Well-deserved there. And then one other piece of news that's, Cub related. We talked about it a couple weeks ago when the Cubs played the Braves in Atlanta. We had a little Wilson and William Contreras brother reunion. They shared that moment. They exchanged the cards at home plate, the lineup cards, took a couple pictures, gave each other a hug. They were both emotional about it. Both of the Contreras brothers, due to the Bryce Harper injury, I'm sorry, Troy, will be starting, not just playing, starting in this All-Star game. Wilson behind the plate. His brother will be starting DH for the National League. That's going to be a special moment too. I mean,
that is pretty cool.
I'm just happy for Cubs fans, happy for Braves fans, happy for the Contreras family.
It would be pretty cool to put them back to back in the lineup too.
Yeah, they will. Yeah. They have to do something like that.
They got to do something fun.
Yeah. So that'll be fun to see both the Contreras brothers. They're going to be sharing fucking moments, taking pictures, doing all that, yada, yada. That's just this, I say weekend, but it's on Monday and Tuesday. A little, All-Star break. That's what it's all for. It's all for fun. It's all pageantry. It's all to make little memories like that for both the players, their families, and all the fans. So congratulations to William Contreras. And let's see if Wilson Contreras can, repeat his last All-Star game performance, where I think he took Chris Sale deep in his one and only at bat of that game. So yeah, let's go fucking Willie and Ian Happ. Proud of him. Proud of him. Proud, Wilson Contreras, I sort of expected, he might be there, but for a guy like Ian Happ, who struggled a lot of his career, for him to sort of, overcome all that bullshit and the injuries he's had in the past and just the outright bad play. For him to make it there, I'm happy for him, even though I'm still not the biggest fan of him. Congratulations to both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, without further ado, I'll switch it over to the south side. We got nothing else lingering on the Cubs. Yeah, like I said, on my end, even like I said, yeah, when I heard Contreras got the nod, and then yeah, even Ian Happ, well deserved. They're having very solid seasons, even for a struggling Cubs team. It is what it is. Yeah, like I said, shooting over the south side. Just another week of White Sox baseball just means another week of being just right on the verge of greatness, but just settling for mediocrity once again. What else is there to say? I mean, every week I basically say the exact same thing. We had a great opportunity to gain some ground on the division, but they fucking fold. The Twins and the Guardians, they've not just been losing games, they've been blowing huge leads and losing just heartbreak fashion left and right. How do the Sox capitalize? By splitting a series against the fucking Tigers, who are in last place in the division, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, between them or the Royals. Just either way. And that doesn't look good on paper. You're finally within half the game of the Guardians. What do? It's finally you got a statement series against them. You got 4 games in 3 days, and then day off, shoot over to Minnesota. What do? Lose 8-4, and we already lost the first game of the doubleheader. We'll probably end up losing the second game of the doubleheader, because why not? Reports are surfacing that Kenny Williams had to have a talk with the White Sox, basically saying that everyone's responsible for the shit show, encouraging still, and ensuring that you can turn this around. We can still have a solid season, but this is something a competent manager should be doing, not the fucking not Kenny Williams. This is like I said, just Jesus Christ. Personally, like this figured out meeting should have been done, right around, like I said, when the Sox lost 3 out of 4 against the Orioles. But like I said, now that they're even looking good, whatever. That should have been the fucking final straw. Like I said, we're looking on the brighter side a little bit. Eloy's back. He made an impact right away, a 2-run homer in the game against the Twins. Put him right back in the swing of things. It's good to see him in the lineup. As fragile as he is, it's better that he's in there with his bat than he is without it there. He'll get his reps in the left field. Hopefully, just probably get some more DH spots and whatnot. Whatever. Also, good news hearing that Yasmani's going to start his AAA assignment soon. So hopefully he gets in the full swing of things. Like I said, it sounds good, and it's okay. I just don't want to hear that. Maybe I don't want Sebi Zavala to go down. He's been doing so well compared to Reese McGuire in 71 and less at bats. He has 12 RBIs compared to Reese's 10. And like I said, Reese has been playing basically the entire season. Zavala's hitting 323 compared to McGuire's 228. And this is before the doubleheader game, so McGuire's average may have changed. But I mean, really, when you look at it, Sevi Zavala beats him on every sort of stat besides total bases. It's not egregious by any means. Like, there's a huge difference, but I mean, if you put me in a blindfold or whatever, if you blocked out the 2 players and you showed me just the numbers, I'm obviously going to pick Sevi Zavala's numbers. Like, it's not rocket surgery. It's not brain science. It's simply just math. Like I said, I'll leave on a congratulatory note. Just like you said, you're for the All-Star game, the only one that got the official nod, got the start. Tim Anderson got the all. He's going to be starting at shortstop, beating out top vote getters like Bo Bichette, like Xander Bogaerts, Jose Altuve, familiar faces that we always see. Just glad to see that Anderson beat them all out. Like I said, while he didn't get the nod right away, I feel like Dylan Cease should be, probably going to get, going to be there, pending a player, getting rest, or you never wish for it, but whether or not someone probably gets injured, I would think that Dylan Cease is probably going to be the next man up. But it's bullshit. Honestly, it's bullshit that the MLB creates spots for Albert Pujols and Miguel Cabrera. You know what? You could say they're legends and sure, but they literally create spots for these two guys that haven't been relevant since 2012. But here comes a young guy like Dylan Cease, 25 years old, with a killer mustache, may I fucking add. He's literally leading the league in basically almost every stat. And if he's not, he's top 3, top 5, top 10. Third overall in strikeouts in the league, 4th in the AL and ERA, 8th overall. His batters are hitting 205 against him. But no, let's put in these 40-year-olds that are going to ground out to shortstop in 1 or 2 at bats in this fucking game. Yeah, I don't see. I can bet my fucking house on it that Miguel Cabrera and Albert Pujols are not going to get a good ball to hit. That's all I have to say on that. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. Like I said, they haven't been relevant since Pujols won a World Series in 2011, and then Cabrera had the Triple Crown in 2012. Haven't done jack dick since. So I mean, there you go. Another smart move by the MLB to grow the game by throwing these 40-year-olds out. But no, let's not throw out the young growing talent that everyone would actually like to enjoy to see. That's just me though. Like I said, nothing more to say on that. 4 games against the Guardians, get a break. 4 against the Twins. Don't fuck this up. It's as simple as that. If we lose the majority of these games, whether we're out statistically, mathematically, or whatever, the season will be over. It just is what it is. If the Twins and the Guardians are going to slap us around every single time that we play, there's just no hope. And if it continues that way, this stocks update will turn into Chicago Sky updates. And that'll just be it. I'll actually be talking about a team that's living up to their full potential. They're first place. Go Sky. Go Sox as always. But like I said, with all my heart, I say this from the bottom of my heart. Don't fuck this up. This is the season right here. Do not fuck this up. Whatever.
Yeah, I feel like the Sox got to take. I mean, losing the fucking game 1.
They've already lost 2. They've already lost 2 against the Guardians.
That one.
They lost 2 out of 3 in 2 series ago against the Twins. This is it to figure it the fuck out. I mean, I'm sure, like I said, there's still a big chunk of season, but this is going to be the preview. What are we going to do? And it's going to be dick all like this. That's it. This is the season right here. This is what you're going to get. And we can't just sit here and be 3 games, 2 games, 4 games, 3 games below 500 every other day because we can't go on a run. It's just not going to be sustainable. That's it. Like I said, I try and leave off positive, but then the fucking Sox just make me fucking be negative and blah, blah, blah. I fucking hate it. Whatever. We can talk. I'm just glad that the All-Star break.
What are they waiting? Like, what are they waiting for to fire Tony La Russa? Like,
I don't know.
Have you not seen enough that, okay, it's time to go? And it's like he did it. Yeah, he did it. He did it the other day, not walking Spencer Torkelson, who ended up hitting the go-ahead the run in the Tigers game. They lost 3-1. They got first base open with Tucker Barnhart on the plate, who's batting sub 200. And listen, I know Spencer Torkelson was batting under 200 at the time, but that dude's also a number 1 overall.
Yeah, he's figuring it out.
Exactly, he's figuring it out. Tucker Barnhart's a 30-something-year-old catcher who's batted below 200 his entire career. So you'd think with first base open, you'd walk the top prospect in baseball and go after this fucking backup fucking, lifelong bottom 10 catcher in the fucking league. But no,
you would think that, but Tony La Russa doesn't wake up until the 7th inning of the fucking ball game when fireworks go off because someone hit a fucking home run off of Joe Kelly. So I don't know what to do. I mean, it's absolutely retarded.
I don't know what I'm right with you. The Sox should fire Tony, but like if they haven't done it by now, what are they waiting for? Like, even if you wait a week or 2 or 3 after the All-Star break and you're still losing, it's going to be too late by then.
Yeah,
it's going to be fucking too late by then. So I don't know what they're waiting for.
Within half a game of second place, we're still one of the 8 teams, 9 teams that are going to be contending for this wild card spot. But it's literally right now or never to fucking to pull the plug. And he's just it's clear that there's other reports that the team is fed up, straight up fed up, just with the lack of leadership, the lack of direction from this guy who's fucking asleep. He's just an old geriatric man, senile, doesn't know what to do, can't keep up with the game. Like I said, this is a game that's older than him, but somehow is advanced and blown by him in terms of what to do, how to just attack anybody. Just looking at stats, it seems like he doesn't do it. And like just to hear him in the post-game interviews, just try and battle through just talking and coughing his way through another fucking post-game, I'm gonna freak out. There's just no reason. And at some sort of point, someone's gonna file some sort of legal action, because this is elderly abuse to have him out there every single day past his bedtime to manage a game. He can't do it. He can't do it anymore. And I'm sick of the people saying that, oh, after a certain while, it's the talent that has to turn it around. No, we have you see all this talent. You see it time and time again. It comes down to the crucial situations where managers make the decisions and he doesn't fucking do it. He doesn't make the move every single time. He never makes the move. And you should be fighting for your job every single game, every single day. And he has no heart. He has no fucking drive. He has no determination to win that day. It feels like he just gives up. And I'm fucking sick and tired of it, because we're wasting away Yoan Moncada, completely wasted away Abreu's career at this point, wasting away Tim Anderson's at bats. And I'm going to watch Andrew Vaughn as he comes up every single time, and he's going to put up great performances, and then in 3 years I'm probably going to see him on the fucking Mets or something. So god damn it, we're fucking wasting our time with this motherfucker. Fire his ass. I'm sick and tired of it. Fuck.
Ugh. Yeah, and then just looking while I was watching the game on and off today, and I think it was either the 5th or the 6th inning for the Indians. It was sort of a same situation, and it worked out because they ended up getting a double play or getting just a ground ball out, but same situation.
Can't rely on that every time. Can't rely on
exactly. It was second and third base with Jose Ramirez, the best switch hitter in baseball, up to bat for I almost said Indians, for the Guardians. And they ended up intentionally walking him, but they had, what's his name? Davis Martin was the name of the pitcher for the Sox today.
Davis Martin for the pitching.
Davis Martin, yeah. He actually pitched to him. He threw one pitch. It was a changeup it was supposed to be low, that he left in the zone, that was thankfully fouled away by Jose Ramirez. And you have Jose Ramirez 0-1, and then Tony La Russa decides to walk him. Like, if you're going to walk him, don't risk throwing and hanging a changeup to Jose Ramirez like Davis Martin did. Luckily, it got fouled away. 0-1. They put him on first base, and then Franmil Reyes grounded out. Like, don't take chances like that. Like, we're gonna pitch around him, we're gonna throw one high, throw one in the dirt. Like, if you have a pitcher that can do that can locate, fine, get him to chase at a ball or two.
Don't leave this up to Davis Martin. You can give that to Giolito and Cease and Lynn,
and
but
then
I mean,
Davis
even Lynn
Martin,
is shit in the bed.
Davis Martin throws a changeup that was, you saw the fucking catcher's glove was in the dirt. It was supposed to be in the dirt, and it was right down the middle of the plate. Luckily, it was missed. So don't fuck around. Like, if it's like you said, if it's one of the pitchers who, okay, throw a fastball high and in, high and away. If they chase it, good. If not, walk them. But don't risk. I think they were down 3-1 or 4-1 at that point in the game. Don't risk any more fucking runs with Jose Ramirez up to bat with first base wide open.
Yeah. And
that's just another, like, what are you doing, Tony?
Yeah.
Like, I was on my way home from therapy, and I had my, phone on, or was watching the game as I was doing my physical therapy. And I caught that moment. And then driving home, they were talking post game on the radio about that situation. Like, thank God it worked, because if it didn't work and you hang a change up and that ball's in the gap and it scores 2 and it's 5-1, 6-1, whatever it would have been, like, it would have been a whole other fucking issue. And it would have just been another fuck up from Tony La Russa, another on the fucking list of fuck ups that he's had.
Yeah, no, it's completely ridiculous every time. I don't understand. Like you said, I don't know what it's going to take. It's going to take him to go and to probably commit some sort of mass arson or something like that. It's going to be ridiculous. I don't know what it's going to take for him to be gone. It's ridiculous. Just not knowing the situations. You're pissing away this entire fucking season. We said this time and time again. Oh God, I mean, I don't know. And like I said, it makes me more upset that when I turn on MLB Network, the first thing I see, Sox, White Sox sellers. Like, yeah, you know what? At this point, it's not completely out of the equation that we can just be fucking flinging these guys off and just kind of just wrapping it back in for another rebuild. I don't want to see that. That would be the last fucking thing I'd want to see when we know we have all these pieces. They're just it sucks that it just so happens that they all want to have their down year all at the same time. That happens. I get it. But goddamn, there'll be some sort of spark. It needs to come from somewhere. Getting rid of the guy that they've clearly just not despising. They're not around. They don't support him. Get him out of there. Get someone new. I mean, we've thrown, like I said, AJ Przinsky's right there. Get the former manager that was just doing the Phillies. Get him in there. Get Joe Girardi. Get fucking I don't know. Get anybody else. I'll let Ethan Katz take over the rest of the fucking season as long as he just shows some sort of he pays attention. He writes down all the goddamn pitches every single time something's thrown. How about you do something else and just say, hey, you know what, Tony, take a seat, have a mothball, and just fucking, well, I got this, bro. Just take it from there. I don't know what else what the solution is anymore. I've gone all which ways on this. I don't know. And just to sit here and bitch and moan is just going to be not good for my health. So
yeah, bring back Ozzy.
Yeah.
I mean, you see him fiery and passionate on the post game shows, and I guarantee you, if someone sat down and be like, "Listen, we're going to fire Tony. You want to come in for the second half of this season?" It might take a little bit of fucking talking to, but someone will be able to convince him. A lot. Someone will convince that man. Like, okay, I'll come back.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. Yeah, he doesn't. He speaks English pretty well, but I'm pretty sure Benjamin Franklin's and all that will speak much more volumes than any other translator or whatever the fuck. So yeah, pay someone else. Do anything else. I was trying to, like I said before this, I was trying to make this a transition into like the All-Star break and talking snubs and who made it or whatever. But yeah, this tangent of Tony La Russa just not being gone.
No, that's all right. That's what it's for.
I know, no, absolutely. It's just like that. That's just how frustrating it is. We've, like I said, it's ridiculous. It's killing at me. Obviously, if you've been listening every single week, you hear me cry every minute about this idiot. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, that's about it on the Sox. Go Sox. Don't fuck this up. Like I said, we can get into the rest of the MLB shit. Like I mentioned, if you had nothing else on that.
No, yeah, that's about fucking good. What other, I mean, talking about Sox and former White Sox, I know you got a little fucking video clip of Chris Sale that emerged the other day. Yeah. That was pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Honestly, like I said, it's it makes more sense, because I remember a couple years ago when he was crying about the jerseys and whatever, and he cut up the Sunday morning jerseys and he got fined for that. Just something's off with that guy. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is exactly, but yeah, he threw a fucking big temper tantrum when he had his minor league start. If you didn't already see, I don't know, probably the Massachusetts Sea Dogs or whatever the fuck they're called. Just complete. It's like, hey, minor league baseball club that has $0 to replace all this. Let me just go ahead and break all this. I'm sure they probably were able to, replace all of it. But like, what a baby, what a piece of shit. What are you doing that for? Because you got shelled for 6 innings by a bunch of AA guys. Like, I don't know. He starts tonight. I hope he gets absolutely obliterated. That's all I have to say. Fuck him, honestly. A little big baby. I used to respect him, and now you see something like that. It's just like, what are you doing? Grow up.
Yeah, I think there's a very thin line between being like a competitor and someone who gets angry like a Max Scherzer, and then just being a fucking crybaby like Chris Sale. Like they're both, when they're on, they're both elite pitchers. Maybe not Sale anymore.
Oh yeah, I'll never take anything away from
exactly. Him. But like you see when a guy like Max Scherzer or even Madison Bumgarner, like when they get pissed off, they fucking yell, they throw their gloves, they sit on the bench and intently watch the fucking game and just think, what I do wrong? What could I have done better? And some guys beat the fucking Gatorade coolers, throw the bubble gum or the seeds around, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But to go and just fucking destroy a locker room like that, especially like what you said with a double
Not
or
his.
with a minor
No, it's
league
his.
team who doesn't have the fucking resources to, get that fixed or get that replaced right away.
Yeah.
That's just a dickhead move.
I'm sure that they, like I said, I'm sure that they probably did figure it out and everything was probably compensated. But yeah, like, what are you doing? Like, take 5 seconds to be like, yeah, what am I doing? I don't know. And I don't wish harm on him. Like what I think it was probably Scherzer like punched himself in the face or what was that? That
That
one.
was
There's that one
that
like
wasn't
relief
Scherzer.
pitcher.
That was
Some relief pitcher, some
yeah, I
weirdo.
remember some dude on the Nationals. I think he punched himself in the. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the guy's name.
Yeah. So I mean, either way, just like I don't. I hope. Glad he didn't do that to himself either. But it's just like you gotta figure it out. I guess you see the fight and the drive. He's just wrong place, wrong time with the energy. Not a good look. That's all I have to say. Like I said on that,
He's got to see like the writings on the walls. I mean, he hasn't been the Chris Sale. He hasn't been relevant in fucking 3 or 4 years, and
no,
I
he
think he's just
hasn't.
aggravated that he might be starting to realize. He might realize that okay, like it's over. Like if I'm
And
getting
that's
lit
the
up at
thing.
minor league, like
You
it might be
can
done.
you can either get frustrated like that, or you can adapt like Zach Greinke did, and you could just start. Like I said, you could take a little off your fastball, develop a different pitch, do something else. I mean, it's not cutting. It's not the easiest thing. I'm not a pitcher. I know that. Like I fucking sucked the other day when we were just playing wiffle ball. I was fucking lobbing at you and walking in runs and shit. But I mean,
Oh,
like
dude, that was ugly.
that was so much
I
fun.
couldn't hit a fucking water if I saw out of a boat. I've never been a good
Uh,
hitter though. I've never been able. Wait, hold on. Tampa Bay are money line underdogs tonight against Chris Sale and the Red Sox.
hammer it,
Taking
hammer
it
it,
right now. Taking
hammer
it
it.
right now. Degenerates Twitter page, fucking gambling page.
Oh yeah.
We're fucking putting it up right
What time
now.
do they start? Like 6 or
It is
7?
6:11. 6:11 start
Oh,
in
okay.
Tampa. Corey
Okay.
Kluber on the mound for the Rays.
All right. Yeah. Before we finish this episode, I'm gonna have to let a little money to the points bet account. Points bet code SYS9. Sign up. Oh yeah. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Chris Sale being a big baby. Fuck him. Little got some all-star snubs, like I said. Besides Dylan Cease on my docket, I don't know if you had any other names. I saw Ty France was a big one. He's hitting like 310 for the Mariners, who've been shockingly pretty decent. Name I don't know how well he's doing, but I figured he would have got some sort of more recognition. But Bo Bichette, like I kind of made mention too. But a lot, like I said, another one. A lot of people are mentioning Zach Wheeler and Carlos Rodon over on the NL side, two pretty solid starters up there on rankings of
Yeah, I
like
think
low
Rodon
ERA
just got announced as a
as a
replacement,
reserve. Oh,
as
okay,
a reserve guy.
okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
he
there you
got
go.
that today. Congrats! I have a little personal gripe against him because he's fucked over like 3 nerfies for me
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
not
But
just
there's
like
no
any
denying, like
nerfies, like
he's
minus
having a great.
140, minus 150
Yeah,
nerfies.
fuck
Like give
you.
me nerfy. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you.
so he deserves it though because he's having a good year.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty
I think
solid. Like I said,
there's
low
2
ERA.
names. There's 2. I'll go 2 names in the NL that I think are big snubs, and then 1 in the AL. The 2 in the NL, Freddie Freeman and Austin Riley. I mean, Freddie Freeman's batting
Really,
304. Yeah,
I
Freddie
figured with it being in LA, they were gonna give a guy like Freeman. They're probably obviously Mookie
exactly.
Betts
Like
is probably gonna get the nod, but like, yeah, like what?
I
I'm
still
sorry.
think
Go ahead.
Freddie will make it as a reserve, but like you
Yeah,
said, just being in LA, Freddie Freeman being one of the fucking most popular, most liked guys in baseball. And not only that, he's batting 304, 11 home runs, 40 or 54 home run or 54 driven in. I get he's behind CJ Crone, who's also having a great year, but Freddie Freeman in LA with those numbers, he should make it. And then Austin Riley, again, it's tough playing
yeah,
behind guys like Machado, who's having a great year, but there's no denying Austin Riley batting 282, 23 home runs, 56 RBIs. Like
damn.
to think like you have that good of a half and you're not making the All-Star break just shows how good Manny Machado's been at third. So
Yeah.
Austin Riley, Freddie Freeman.
I mean, in terms of power numbers, he's basically up there with like Goldschmidt, Judge is up there too with like probably like 27, 28. But I mean, 23, that's like Byron Buxton's right around there too. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty good company to be with.
Yeah, and then my AL one you already mentioned, Ty France. I mean, He's missed a little bit of time with a wrist injury. But even, looking past the wrist injury, 74 games, he's batting 306, 10 home runs, 15 doubles, 45 RBIs, and all that's in 74 games. So he's another young guy, power hitter, young guy. We talk about this all the time, that the MLB could potentially build the game around one of these young guys.
No,
maybe not in the biggest market. Like
here comes Albert Pujols with his walker and cane with his fucking tennis balls on the bottom. No.
Yeah,
we want that.
I'll get into that after Ty France here. Another one of these guys that the MLB can potentially build around. Maybe not the biggest market with the fucking Mariners, but Ty France, a fucking snub for sure. And then the other two, like you had mentioned, Miggy and Pujols. I get it. I understand why they're there, because I think, in my opinion, they're the two best right-handed hitters in the last fucking 3-4 decades. And it's cool to have them there. They're not going to do shit, like, know. The one problem that I have, and I don't know if you fucking heard this, and I think I am pissed off about this, Albert Pujols is going to be in the home run derby.
Oh my God, really?
Why? Yeah.
Wow.
Out of the 8 players, you're going to have Albert Pujols in the home run derby. That dude better be hitting balls from second base.
I hope he gets absolutely embarrassed. I hope
he gets the
Pete Alonso cracks
yeah.
fucking 25 fucking home runs and says, "Here you go, old man. Have fun." And he hits 6. That's what I want to fucking see.
That's what I'm saying. I hope he gets the 8 seed going.
And I have nothing
against
these guys. I have nothing against Miguel. I mean, a little bit against Miguel Cabrera, because he was torching the White Sox for basically the second half of his entire
20
career.
Years.
Yeah, for like 10 out of his years. Yeah, exactly. For a majority of his career. But Albert Pujols, like I said, I don't want to see these guys. I want to see the young talent. As a guy that, I know the commenter is going to hear, "Oh, Albert Pujols, Miguel Cabrera. That was cool when I was in high school." Yeah. 10 fucking years ago, bud.
It's nostalgia, and it's going to be cool to have them there, but
it's not. But it's really not.
No, it is. Come on. They're two of the best right-handed hitters baseball's ever seen, and it's both their final years. It's like Mariano.
I know. It's a little sour grapes because of the.
It's like Mariano
Snubs,
Rivera. When Mariano Rivera made the All-Star game in his last year, he was one of the worst relief pitchers in the American League, and they just fucking gave it to him because of who he was. Now, if this was like, I don't know, who's a mid fucking average guy. If this was like Buster Posey or like Evan Longoria, then I'd be like, okay, fuck you. But
absolutely.
Pujols and Miggy, give them an at bat. Like you said, they'll ground out the second. They'll get a standing ovation. Pujols will get bounced in the first round of the home run derby. Now that I say that, I actually might have to bet on Albert Pujols to win the whole home run derby. It's just, it's like, now that like I just put in my mind, I have to bet on him now. But
just fucking fading ourselves. I love it.
Yeah, have to. I've been so fucking ice cold gambling lately. I got to do something weird. And what's more weird?
I do wake up and do that sometimes. I wake up, I'm like, what's my initial thought? And I look at some games. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the opposite of that one and that one, because that always fucking happens. I always lose. So and then that's actually worked in my benefit sometimes.
Yeah, nothing's been working for me lately. Fucking that Nerfy yesterday is haunting both of us.
Yeah, dude. I know that was brutal. Fucking
I woke up in the middle of the night sweating like, what? Fucking Reese Hoskins.
It's a long deep drive back. Fuck.
Yeah, and then right as it was going over the wall, I woke up. I'm not. And then
we're in Chicago. We're in Chicago. Okay.
Hey, I will give a little fucking shout out to a buddy of mine I've made on Twitter. I think is what's his fucking Twitter handle? It's Dad Bod Picks. He's been red hot gambling fucking baseball lately, so I've sort of been tailing him. He gave me what were the picks yesterday? The Nerfy in the Tigers Royals games, and then under 5.5 total runs after 5 innings. I think it was like 1-0. So
nice.
He's been hot. I've been winning a couple dollars off of him, and then the money I make off of his picks, I lose on my picks. So yeah, it's just it's been terrible.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, a little brutal on my end too. Like I said, can't catch a break with those Nerfies either. I think we had like two more things on little baseball before we get into everything else. I just saw something fun. When I was scrolling on my phone, it says Jeter beats Yankees, and then it showed like the final score of the Red Sox versus Yankees game. Yankees.
The ranking.
Yankees.
The Yankees.
God damn it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I just thought that was fun to see that a Jeter is going to be potentially beating the Yankees for the next, I don't know, 10, 15 years. He's a young guy, he's a rookie. And so I just thought that was pretty cool. It's Jeter Downs of the Boston Red Sox scored basically the game winning run. Fucking Saturdays, Friday night, whatever it was, who cares? Another just boring game of Red Sox.
Sunday,
yeah. They had a Red Sox Yankees were all weekend long. So yeah, they just shoved that down your throat. There's probably on everything. But yeah, I just thought that was fun little tidbit to see. It'd be cool. Like I said, hopefully Jeter beats the Yankees more often. That'd be good. Fuck the Yankees. If you had anything on that, I can finish off the last little spot.
Yeah, maybe I'll answer your question with a question back to you, and maybe we can talk about this for a couple minutes. What happened to like the great baseball rivalries? Like, I feel like there are none anymore. Like Yankees, Red Sox, the games aren't exciting anymore. Cubs, Cardinals, White Sox, Twins. You get Dodgers, Giants. Like, there's no like fire anymore. Like, I remember back
the players. It's the players getting comfortable, just getting paid and being buddy. And it's the same thing in MLB as it is in the NBA, as it is in the NFL. There's jersey swaps and everything. It's fun, but it's just not like, it's just not, the competitiveness is gone. And when they're just getting paid $250 million a year or for the next 6 years, they're not going to get as aggressive with each other, because then that means, oh, that's an asshole. Maybe I go for his fucking knee tonight and just, you can't play for us this season.
Yeah.
A little bit of shit like that probably plays in our mind. And yeah, it was a mixture of the Red Sox and the Yankees were just not competitive teams for like the past 10 years. And the Yankees just weren't making the playoffs every now and again, but they just weren't World Series contending teams. And it's the same thing for the Red Sox. And you would probably say the same thing, like you just said, for the Cardinals and the Cubs. I mean,
yeah,
it's you need those rivalries like Garrett versus Javi Baez. As much as I hate Javi Baez, I love I hope it's the relief pitcher that I'm talking about. You need shit like Garrett, that. Yeah. You need that where it's not necessarily you're like, oh, it's going to be the Cubs versus the Royals. Like, oh, I can't wait for that game because of the heated rivalry. No, I can't wait because Javi Baez and fucking Garrett hate each other. Yeah, and now that they're in the same division together, it's you're going to get that more often. So yeah, I think that's where that has gone. Like I said, maybe I don't know what the word is exactly. They just got comfortable. I guess it's a little too buddy with each other.
I completely agree.
When you lose the playoffs, who you like, Jimmy Butler and Devin Booker are in Maui together. Like, I mean, that's not necessarily the same thing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, these guys that play against each other go on vacations together. Their kids go to the same high school. Their wives go shopping together. There's no fight. That's it, because they know guaranteed. Like, the only thing that gets views on TV anymore is sports. That's what they talk about every time when they talk about wrestling. It's like, oh, where's the way of the view gone? Everything, like, just, I don't know, just all shows, news, everything, just because of everything you can watch is all going down except for sports. So, I mean, that's as simple as that. Like I said, players probably just got comfortable. That would be
and I mean that I 100% agree with what you said. There's too many best friends. There's too many fucking good guys, and you'll. And
I don't want these guys ripping and tearing each other's heads off all the time, but every now and again would be pretty fucking cool. That's all. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Yeah, that's why you probably get these little rivalries more often in hockey. That's why I like to pay attention sometimes. I don't not
Exactly.
hardcore
Yeah.
into
And
it, but that's probably the last place where you're gonna find these heated rivalries.
yeah, and that was sort of going to my second point here. And I think it's not the main reason why there's no heated rivalries, but I think it's definitely one of the reasons. And Nick, you'll appreciate this, my all the wrestling fans. There are no bad guys. There's no heels
Nope.
in sports anymore. Like, sure, we still have it a little bit with Bears Packers because nobody likes Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
He's a great quarterback
Like
in
a
every
pillhead.
fucking raid,
No
but
pillhead.
outside the
Him and Vince
game,
Neil can
yeah.
hang out.
Him and fucking Tony Sirico can hang out
Oh,
dead
yeah.
together in hell. But no, like he's a controversial guy off the field, and people want to beat him because of that. People are gonna shit talk him because of that. I mean, look at him and the Ndamukong Suh over the fucking years. Those two hate each other. There's no more of that in baseball. There's no more. Like, I remember fucking 10, 12 years ago when you and I were younger, A-Rod comes back off of doing steroids and he is a fucking start as a Yankee.
Everyone wanted to pluck him.
In fucking Boston was his first game back, and his very first fucking plate appearance. Former Cub great Ryan Dempster beans the motherfucker, and he just it's on.
I think he missed. I think he missed, and then the next
one,
pitch he beamed him. Yeah,
he missed the first one, beans him with the second one, and then later in the game he hit a no doubt home run that he just stared at until it landed. Like, that's what we want to fucking see, and that's part of it. Everyone's the good guy nowadays.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Everybody has a commercial. Everybody has an endorsement. Everybody has a sponsor. Everybody's, like you said, best friends, switching jerseys around, working out with each other in the off season. We need more fucking assholes. That's why Conor McGregor sells fights. That's why I hate Conor McGregor
and the Jake Pauls and the Logan Pauls.
Exactly.
That's why they're dicks. They sell fights.
We fucking hate these dudes, but they make the fucking sport entertaining. Like the Jason Veritek's of the world and the Jorge Posadas. Like, that's what made the Red Sox and the Yankees games like must-watch TV. Yeah. Like, even when you, like us, Cubs Sox fans, you live in Florida, you're a fucking Royals fan for some reason. Like, everybody would watch those Sunday night Yankees Red Sox games, and there's no more of those. And it's we need to get back to. We need to get some more bad guys in the fucking sport.
And when you do get the bad guys, they're not very good. Like, you see, and if they are, they're good for a season. Like Richard Sherman, loud, annoying, in your face. Where was he the next season? Doing nothing, and now he's in prison. Didn't he try and like murder his fucking wife or something? So I mean, it's just it like that. Like Patrick Beverly gets a bit like he's the loud vocal point. He basically like another like version of like Lance Stevenson. He's like the guy that was blown in LeBron James's ear. It's just shit like that. It's just like you get small tidbits of it for a very short amount of time. And they're just role players, and they just fade away. There's not big name guys. If it was like, I don't know, a Giancarlo Stanton-esque player that was a shit talker, I'd probably be more interested in these Yankee games. I'd be like, oh, what is this cocksucker gonna do? I want to watch this game because I want to watch him strike out. I want to watch this game because I want to watch him fucking potentially get beamed or something like that. It's a little cynical when you think about it like that, but it's just. It's exactly like you said. Give me a personality that I want to watch. Give me other than just the game.
Yeah, and I think other than the whole Amir Garrett like bullshit with the Cubs, the last one that I can think about that like I always wanted to watch was Sean Rodriguez on the Pirates. Back when the Pirates were good in 2014, 2015, 2016, that, like you said, he was a role player who came off the bench, played fucking defense at the end of games. Sean Rodriguez, but he was a fucking hothead, and he always used to start shit with the Cubs and everybody else in the fucking National League Central. And I'll never forget the the blackout game in Pittsburgh, the wild card game where fucking Schwarber hit that home run that still hasn't fucking landed yet. And if it did landed, they're never going to find it because it landed in the fucking Allegheny and that shit's heading south, Gulf of Mexico. They got the cartel. They're fucking killing kids, slinging drugs across the country. They're not finding that fucking baseball. They got bigger fish to fry. Where's El Chapo? We still haven't found that guy. But anyway, Scotty Bowman, something happened with fucking him. Fuck the Blackhawks. We'll talk about them in a little bit. But Sean Rodriguez was like that one dude that all Cubs fans fucking hated. And when he struck out in the fucking 8th inning of that wild card winner go home game, and he goes to the fucking not the bullpen, he goes to the dugout and he beats the shit. He gives the fucking 3-piece and a fucking soda to the Gatorade machine and he throws shit all over the dugout. I was like, yeah, fuck you. That's what you get for a whole season of being a jag-off. And now it's the playoffs, the biggest fucking moment of your sad life, and you strike out. Like, that was the last time I was excited for, like, a Cubs fucking rivalry or even Bears, fucking Blackhawks. There's fucking been none. So we need fucking more of that. We need more of those little pests like Sean Rodriguez. Like, all Blackhawks fans will know this name, fucking Rafi Torres. Like, he almost killed fucking Marian Hossa. We need more guys like that to create these rivalries. And less shaking hands after game, less prayer circles. I want to see fucking fist fights after the game. Like, next time fucking, I don't know, Richard Sherman has to cover DK Metcalf and DK scores a touchdown on him. I want those two to fist fight after the game.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be good for.
Should be a requirement from now on.
Good for ratings, good for booking. Yeah, honestly, get some more asses in seats. I mean, I obviously, attendance isn't down or whatever, but yeah, just get these like primetime games. Just get more casual viewers and whatever. It's just it's exactly what we said. Yeah, get on that. I think this last part we had, and you can I think we might be on the same side as this, so maybe not going to be on that for too long, but kind of heard something out when I was watching the Sox game the other day. Steve Stone and Benetti were going back and forth talking about just the position players pitching rule possibly coming up because of course the Sox shelled the Tigers 8-0, and then what Clemens comes out, Roger Clemens' son comes out, Brian Clemens, Richard Clemens, whoever the fuck, he comes out for a position pitching role, and they were just talking about like, do they want to limit this, do they want to do this to that? I'm personally on the side of what they countered with of expanding the bullpen, getting more people on the roster, getting just exactly like I just said, getting the whatever the bullpen is up to. You can probably add another 2 or 3 arms to there, just so you don't have to keep doing this. More guys get more reps, so on and so forth. You're not making the inning longer like we've kind of indicated when these position players just get blown up for 4 fucking runs in the top of the 8th. So I don't know. I feel like that would be the solution, as opposed to, instead of limiting position players pitching, just expand the bullpen. It's as simple as that. I mean, that's just the point I would like to make. I mean, feel free if you got a counter, if you want to add anything to add on that.
Yeah, I'm not against it. I mean, I liked when they expanded the roster from 25 to 26, add that extra guy, especially, I mean, with, I guess it was sort of like a double-edged sword. Like, okay, they bring the DH into baseball nowadays, so you don't have to worry about pinch hitting for your hitter and wasting a guy there. You have a DH now, so you don't really have to worry about pinch hitting. I mean, it still happens, but it doesn't happen as much as it used to. So, okay, you get rid of a guy off your bench and you bring in another fucking arm as that 26 spot. I always liked that, just like I said, because, you don't have to fucking pitchers, get
pitchers hitting is
pitchers
so
don't want to hit.
boring.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No one wanted to
waste.
fucking see it. And I feel like now with the new, I think it was a year or two old, with the new 10-day IL and just teams just utilizing that so much that, yeah, maybe you should add another spot, because it's just, we've seen this in all sports over the last couple of years. People are are, they're more careful with their teams. There's more with their players. People are getting injured at a higher rate now. And okay, he's hurt his elbow, his finger, whatever. Throw him on the 10-day IL and call up another fucking guy. So I don't see anything wrong with. Of course, there is a line to where it's like, okay, we have so many fucking people on this team. Not everyone's going to be able to play. So
Yeah.
it's at 26 now. I say like 27 or 28 is a good number.
No, exactly.
It's also
one
like
or two more is fine.
It's also like, okay, we got fucking 10, 12 guys in the bullpen. We only use 8 or 9 of them like
consistently. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's always good. I've always been a big fan of the September call-ups and just calling up the AAA and AA guys when their seasons end. It's great. It gives these guys experience. You get to see some of these younger players. I know not a lot of them play, but for the teams that are out of it, I mean, looking at the Cubs this year, they might call up some of their prospects and get some major league time towards the end of the season. So I'm all for it. I mean, we gotta. The fucking old person, he's like, we need 25 man. You got to pitch 7 innings every game. Go to your fucking bullpen. That's not how baseball, it's not how sports are anymore. So add the extra spot. I'd rather see the extra arm or two in the bullpen than see a team's best player, get hurt or, whatever.
Yeah.
Because he's overpitched. So. Yeah. I mean, I have no problem.
That too. I'm not completely opposed to. I mean, that's exactly that. I still like the position player pitching. Like, it's not completely out of the way. Like, I like the. I'll just throw it out there like it was Yadier Molina when they were up 13-4 or whatever. Like, have him go out there for an inning. That's fine. That's fun. But like I said, it's when they're talking about like limiting it or trying to make a rule on it, don't do that. Just expand the bullpen, get more opportunities for exactly that. Just a guy that's actually going to be able to, it's his job to pitch.
I would like maybe not expand the bullpen, just have an extra roster spot or two.
That's
you
fine
can
too.
Use it however you want. If you want to have one less batter because you don't have to pitch hit as much, that's fine. If you want to use it on an extra reliever, an extra starter, go to a 6-man rotation, which some teams implement, a couple times a year when they got a lot of games, back to back 12, 13 games in a row. Use that extra spot for whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, when the old timers always bring up like, oh, it's disrespectful to put in a position player to pitch. Like, really? Is it really disrespectful to the football game where these guys don't fucking know what day it is anymore because they get hit so hard? I don't think it's disrespectful when, or I'm sorry, I completely just fucking flip-flopped what I was talking about. I was trying to compare baseball to football when other position players flip positions, like Logan Thomas was a quarterback and now turned into a tight end. Is it really disrespectful to football that he did that? I don't think so. Like, so if you flip it and think about it that way, I don't know. Like I said, the old timey way of position players that being disrespectful pitching to the game, that just, that just very sounds like old man yelling at the fucking clouds to me. I don't know. It's just sounds dumb. And it's exactly what you said. If you do have an extra roster spot, give it to anybody. And it's exactly that. It should be up to the manager's discretion of who goes out there. If he feels as though it should be that guy, I guess so. And that's just up to them to figure out if he's going to have a job.
Yeah. And I mean, personally, as a gambler, I love position players pitching. Yeah. Bet the over.
There you go. As far as I know, that's about it with baseball. If you had anything else, if not, you can hit the ice because there's literally no basketball talk. If you like summer league basketball, watch some summer league basketball. That's about all I got to say on it. I'm not gonna waste my time with it. So, like I said, feel free to talk about the NHL, Blackhawks. There was a big draft. We made some trades. We got probably some requests coming up. So, fire away, shooter.
Yeah, as far as basketball, I don't even like regular season basketball, so I can give 2 fucks about summer league and that tall, lanky guy from Gonzaga dunking all over people. Fuck Oklahoma. Fuck Oklahoma City. They're still gonna suck. Fuck you. His name's Chet. Anyone named Chet, I don't like. But anyway, yeah, it's been a huge week for the Blackhawks. Some good news, some bad news. I don't know where to fucking start this. I'm going to start it off with the bad news. I'll go bad news first, then, end it with a little good shit. We had the draft this week, and obviously everybody's heard as of now. Hawks are selling. Hawks are fucking blowing this thing up. And they're going all the way. There's no half rebuild. There's no what they've been trying to do over the last years. Oh, build a couple pieces around Caves and Taves and DeBrincat, and hopefully we'll fucking bring in Seth Jones. Blah blah blah. No, we're blowing it the fuck up. Everybody's gone. The Hawks get rid of Alex DeBrincat, Kirby Doc, get some trade or get some draft picks for him. I'm okay. I'll start off with the Kirby Doc one. Kirby Doc, I didn't like the draft pick in the first place. One, because in that draft class we picked him third overall. I think it was 2019. Yeah, 2019 third overall pick. He was a good player. But at the time, I think the Blackhawks needed a defenseman, and the top defenseman that was on the board that year, that the Hawks had the opportunity to draft, is now current Stanley Cup champion with the Colorado Avalanche, Bowen Byram, who.
That's brutal.
Yeah, he had some ups and downs. I know he's very open about his mental career and or his mental health, and him sort of not, when he came into the career, he came into the NHL, there's a lot of pressure on him. He didn't know if he can live up to it. He had some depression issues, but he's got past that, and he just helped. Him and Cale Makar and Devin Taves were the top three defensemen on that fucking Avalanche team that shut down the motherfucking, Tampa Bay Lightning, who, if you do that, yeah, it's impressive. So I always thought the Blackhawks should have picked Bowen Byram. They don't. That looks like a loss there. And then, just Kirby Doc, I'm okay with this trade. I know a lot of people that weren't. They were like, oh, he's only 20. He's very young. We can still work around him. I was never crazy about, Kirby Doc in the first place. I mean, he came in, he's a big guy. He's a big kid. He's a center. This is all, draft, big guy, center, two-way center, likes to play physical. And just to be completely honest, I didn't see any of that in the NHL. Now, I know coming in at 19, 20 years old, it'll take some time to get used to that, to sort of find your niche, to find your role. But when you're a third line or a third overall fucking pick like that, you need to come in and produce like pretty fucking quick in the NHL. I mean, you look at the rest of these top picks. I know you look at Capo Caco and Lafreniere with the Rangers, and they're sort of duds. But I mean, the other top picks around the league, they come in and fucking produce, man. And this kid just didn't do that. He didn't win faceoffs. He wasn't a physical player. Sure, he had a couple nice fucking nifty moves, deke, shoot and score. Everybody fucking has those every once in a while. But this guy was supposed to be a fucking end-to-end two-way power forward center for the Blackhawks, and I just never saw that. And on top of that, coming off a wrist injury that he suffered coming into this season, starting this season late, he just looked hesitant. And after he came back, he looked hesitant after that. Like, he didn't want to get into board battles. He didn't want to hit people. He didn't want to be physical. And I think some of that had to do with the wrist injury and him not wanting to, potentially re-injure that again. Who the fuck knows? So, Kirby Doc, he didn't win faceoffs, wasn't physical with the Blackhawks, wasn't a great defensive player. I always said that they should transition him to more of a wing. If he can find that physical part of him that he used to play with, I think he'll make a great power forward winger in this league. I just don't see him succeeding at center in this league, where you got to win faceoffs, you got to play defense, and you got to be a physical two-way center. And he's just none of those things. So, I was okay with the Blackhawks getting rid of him. But the other trade, the big one, Alex DeBrincat gets shipped off. And I think it was a three-way trade. DeBrincat ends up on the Senators, I believe.
Right.
I'm not okay with that. Like, this is just a Artemi Panarin part 2. I mean, there are some comparisons. There are some, parts to both of these trades that aren't the same, but when you have a 25, 24-year-old superstar like that who will consistently put up 100, 90 to 100 points with 40 goals every year, you don't fucking trade that away, especially someone who you still have on contract like Alex DeBrincat. The Blackhawks still had control over this guy. I know with the Panarin situation, he was on his contract year. Blackhawks didn't know if they were going to afford him. They fucking send him away for, Brandon Saad. That's okay. Whatever. You just gave up the best right winger in hockey. And I feel like the Hawks are doing that again with the Brinket. I mean, this dude he's 24 years old. He's a superstar, deadly fucking winger. I mean, he's got, you see the Hawks all the time, just feeding that man on the power play. Those one-timers, deadly shots.
I felt as though he was
side.
the only one scoring this season.
He was,
honestly.
yeah. He was the only one scoring for the Blackhawks this year, and you give him up. It's a mistake, especially when you have control of his contract like the Blackhawks had. I'm not a big fan of this. So I don't know. It's just a tough time to be a Blackhawks fan. It's going to be a tough time for the next couple of years. I guess on the bright side, we did have 3 first-round picks. We get a big defenseman, Kevin Korchinski, and then Frank Nazar and Sam Rinzel. I'd be a liar if I sat here and said I knew anything about these guys, because I don't. I don't fucking know shit about hockey and the draft and the top players coming. I know the fucking top players, like the guy who was supposed to go to Montreal and they fucking ditched on him, but what was his name? Shane Wright. Yeah, everyone thought Shane Wright was going to go to Montreal, and then they picked some Slovakian guy. But all that I've heard out of these guys, Kevin Korchinski, a big physical left-handed defenseman, good shot, good moving the puck, good skater. So, I mean, fuck, we haven't had one of those since Duncan Keith, who we'll get to in a few minutes. And then Frank Nazar, he's a two-way center, real speedy guy. Just watching some highlights of him. Good with the puck on his stick. Great. He doesn't like passing the puck. This guy likes shooting, and this guy likes scoring, and he's very quick, moving around on the ice. So, like him. And then Sam Rinzel, I don't know goddamn shit about. Another defenseman right there. 18-year-old right-handed defenseman from Minnesota. Good to see the Blackhawks go out and get some fucking defense, because we're gonna. Oh man, it's just. Watching the Blackhawks win those 3 Stanley Cups early on in the decade, it was all surrounded. It was all around the defense. It was like Keith, Seabrook, Oduya, Hjalmarsson, Nick Leddy for a couple of those years, Michael Roosevelt playing 8 minutes a night. Like it was really heavy and really reliant on their defense back in the days. And that's also just how Joel Quenneville played. So good to see him draft a couple defensemen, maybe get back to that old style of hockey that won us a couple cups. So we'll see how these kids turn out. Like I said, I don't know too much about them. But I just had a little piece of fucking a little news here that I just thought was interesting. Here's a list of all the first round picks over the last decade that the Blackhawks have both drafted and traded away. Philip Deneau, Mark McNeil, Teuvo Teravainen, who's a stud now with Carolina, Ryan Hartman, Nick Schmaltz, Henry Yokiharu, Adam Boquist, and now Kirby Doc are all draft picks that I guess, you don't trade someone away. You don't trade someone away for no reason. So I guess in the Blackhawks' minds, they were swinging misses, which I don't know what Teuvo Teravainen is a top center right now for Carolina. Philip Deneau and Ryan Hartman are having great success, respectfully, in
and whether or not they even are like being like superstars where they get traded to, it's just a missed opportunity by the Blackhawks by trading them and not having them fucking fall through here. So yeah, it's still, like I said, he's a superstar there in Carolina. Even if these motherfuckers didn't pan out at all, like you just said, it's a negative because they just didn't do anything for the Blackhawks in the first place. So yeah,
exactly.
Sorry if you were getting that point.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to be a little patient with these guys, and even Ryan Hartman, Philip Deneau. Hartman's been bouncing around. He's been with Nashville. He's been with the Wild. Philip Deneau up with the Canadians. they're both having great seasons. And then Nick Schmaltz, he's a good second, third line center guy. But the ones that bother me are Henry Yokiharu and Adam Boquist. I feel like the Blackhawks just again with the Boquist one, I like it and I don't like it because we get Seth Jones, who's a top guy in the league. But at the same time, they barely gave this guy a fucking shot. So just add Kirby Dach to that list of first round picks the Blackhawks have traded away this decade. That's let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys that we've traded, 9 first round draft picks in the
now
first
is
decade.
it I know for right now that that kind of full rebuild, and I'm kind of in the same boat. Glad they're completely ripping off the band-aid and going full rebuild mode, not half-ass. But is it because is it simply because they just don't want to pay these young guys? Is it just are the Blackhawks cheaping out right now, or what is it exactly?
I just think the new regime wants their own guys. They don't want anything to do with the old regime.
All right, fair enough.
Going to the last part of the bad news, I guess bad, good, however you look at it. A lot of rumors around Taves and Kane. Everyone's expecting both of them to be gone soon. The big rumor is Kane wants to go to New York and play with Artemi Panarin. That would be absolutely scary to have Panarin. I don't know, Panarin and Kane on your wing with either Chris Kreider or Micah Zibanejad as your center. That would be one of the scariest lines in hockey. And everybody knows.
Now, would that be to the Islanders?
No, that'd be the Rangers.
Okay, never mind.
The Rangers.
I was trying to justify myself buying a New York Islanders jersey so it can be like MJF a little bit, but yeah, never mind if he's going to the Rangers.
So yeah, it'll be fucking like the Rangers were a good team last year with my boy Igor Shesterkin, who made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they're going to have a bunch of money to spend this offseason too. So that's the big rumor there. Kane is going to go play with the Rangers. And then Taves, he should be gone too. We probably won't get too much for Taves, but Kane will get something fucking pretty back, which I'm fine with. If you're going to tear this down, tear it all fucking down. I don't want to see Kane and Taves out there playing 20, 25 minutes a night and losing 7-1. I'd rather see them on another team succeeding.
Yeah, I'm in that same boat. I'm
getting something.
Yeah, I wouldn't be at all disheartened. Like, oh, I hope they do. I hope this happens. No, I hope wherever they go is nothing but success. If they end up getting traded, that they've done nothing but fucking positivity for us. They've been nothing but gracious to the city. They've taken care of the fucking everybody here. So it would be completely just wrong as a fan to just come do a 180 flip on Patrick Kane or Jonathan Taves. So yeah,
exactly
in the same boat.
And both of those guys, Kane definitely more than Taves, they still have good hockey left in them too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why fucking waste your talent here going through a rebuild? If we're trading guys like fucking DeBrincat and Dach, we're not building around those guys.
It's
why
over.
The fuck keep Taves and Kane around? Yeah, so whatever. We'll, probably in a week or two, we'll be talking about those two being traded wherever. And this with a little bit of fucking good news. I was thinking of a fucking special way to introduce this, but 3-time Stanley Cup champion, 2-time Norris Trophy winner, 2-time gold medalist, 2-time gold medalist, and a Conn Smythe.
No, I'm glad you said it like that because he has no fucking teeth anymore.
Yeah, no teeth. Duncan Teeth. Duncan Keith officially calls it quits after 17 seasons in the NHL. Just got to give him a round of applause. Say thank you there. Duncan Keith throughout the cup run. We don't win a Stanley Cup without that guy on our team. It's plain and simple. For a stretch there, he was the most dominant defenseman in hockey, offensively, defensively, going out there, sacrificing his body for our fucking team, playing 30, 35 minutes a night in some of those double, triple overtime games we used to have against the Wild and the Bruins in the playoffs. So thank you, Duncan Keith. He's going to fucking enjoy it. He's going to enjoy retirement. No doubt, no fucking doubt. First ballot Hall of Famer whenever he's eligible. He will immediately be in. 1,256 games in the NHL, 106 goals, 540 assists, plus minus of a plus 159. That is very fucking awesome. Impressive. That is very fucking impressive. So, played all of his career except for this season with Chicago. He'll be going into the Hall as a Blackhawk. I mean, no fucking doubt. And played with fucking Edmonton for 64 games. So thank you for 16 years here. We'll always fucking remember you. I got the Keith jersey in the closet right now with the
Same
patch
here.
on it. I'll always rock that jersey. Fucking legend here.
That's my only good Blackhawks jersey is a Duncan Keith jersey.
Yeah.
The nice red sweater. Oh yeah, it's one of my favorites.
So yeah, thank you, fucking Duncan Keith. Enjoy retirement, and gonna have to be on the lookout for whatever night he returns to the United Center. He gets that little, and always do the Blackhawks. You know, good or bad on the ice, they treat their players, former players, with respect, and they know how to put on a little celebration for them. So for sure, whenever that night is at the United Center, try and be in attendance that one, because it's going to be a good one. It's going to be an emotional night. Duncan Keith gave his heart and soul to this fucking city and to this team, and us fans, I mean, Chicago fans, no matter what teams you root for, always going to be faithful, always going to be loyal to guys like that. So thank you. I'll say thank you for 3 fucking cups and 16 great years, man.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a great way to put it. Great way to end out the NHL talk that we got on for the day. Was that all that you had right there?
Yeah, that's it for hockey. As far as Blackhawks, I mean, everything else, not a lot of fucking news going around in the NHL. I know a couple guys got some big contract extensions. A couple guys even here with the Wild, extending Marc-Andre Fleury, former Blackhawk, for 2 more years, and then I think Mika Zibanejad gets an 8-year extension with not Zibanejad. What am I saying? There's so many fucking foreigners. I don't remember their last names. Philip Forsberg with the Predators. Philip Forsberg, I think, gets an 8-year extension with the Nashville Predators.
Yeah, those are some solid names. I knew a kid named Igor. He had a giant mole on his face. Weirdo.
What happened here? Fucking Ottawa receives we're talking about Minnesota goalies. They just signed Marc-Andre Fleury. They just traded Cam Talbot to Ottawa for Philip Gustafson. So Ottawa gets themselves a new goalie. I mean, Talbot was having.
I have heard that name before.
Yeah, Cam Talbot was having a great season last year until later in the year they brought in Fleury for that little playoff run. Talbot sort of got put to the side, and it looks like they just outright trade him now to Ottawa. So, there you go.
There you go. Nice. Let's see here. If we got all done with the NHL, we actually have a little bit of NFL to get into. So I figured we can dive on into that before we finish off with some slight boxing news and the recap of some wrestling that's wrestling news that's been going on. So yeah, I feel like a good way to introduce the NFL is by saying next week, and for the next 8 weeks after that, leading up to the beginning of the NFL regular season, Bill and I were going to be taking the liberty. We're going to be previewing at least 4 teams per episode. I'm going to be breaking it down by division. So it's probably going to be like our best bets on those teams in particular, team totals, player props, team props, whatever games that we want to look forward to from those divisions. Not exactly how we're sure we're gonna start off next week. We're probably just like I like your idea. Put some names in the hat.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we even pick the first team right now randomly, and we give it a little week in advance fucking little teaser for everybody. Like, next week we're talking about the blah blah blah.
Yeah, you know what? I got a little wheel app on my phone when you're maybe you can talk about some the Bears renovations. They're doing some shit to Soldier Field.
Yeah.
What are they doing? I'll write up this.
All right, yeah, for sure. We'll talk a little fucking Bears news. Started off. I think the big thing, obviously, N'Keal Harry get traded from the Patriots. I like it. Another weapon. I'll take him over fucking Byron Pringle. Thank God. That dude's probably arrested driving a dirt bike with his fucking kid strapped to the back with no helmet. Who the fuck knows? But I'll take N'Keal Harry. He's a solid number 2. Good little guy, route runner. quick. I mean, you could obviously see the direction the Bears are trying to go with their wide receivers, just bringing in Pringle, keeping Mooney around, another little guy like N'Keal Harry. They're going for the quick guys, little guys, route runners, speedy guys that can get open down the field. I necessarily, I personally like having that big target on your team who can just go up and snack balls, but I feel like that's just the direction the NHL, the NFL's going in. I mean, it's just a lot of. You look at the top guys in the league, the Jalen Waddles, the Tariq Hills, Jamar Chases. They're smaller, quicker guys who know how to run routes and get open. And I'm not nowhere putting N'Keal Harry on their fucking level, but he's that type of player. So. I like it. I'll take it. He's fucking Byron Pringle. Fuck you. That dude's a bum. And then I've always been a big Jacoby Myers guy. So just more balls thrown towards Jacoby Myers this year. I'm gonna make sure I fucking snag him in every league this year in fantasy. So I like that one. As far as the other Bears news, I know headline came out saying that the city of Chicago was willing to put a dome on Soldier Field to sort of entice the Bears to stay down on the lakefront there. The Bears shoot that down, say they're not interested. There was no surprise there. And that's not even the part I want to get to. The Bears, or the city of Chicago, excuse me, not the Bears. The city of Chicago came up with a little mock drawing, a couple mock-ups of what Soldier Field would look like after the renovations. And you see Soldier Field, you see the dome on it, you see the roof, whatever you want to call it. There's like drawings of fans partying outside the stadium. And then in the background on some sort of wall, they have a mural of Justin Fields. Now, I think if you remember this moment, in this mock-up drawing, there is a picture of Justin Fields in the Cleveland Browns game from last year getting sacked.
Jesus. Now, the game where they lost 33-6? Is that's the game that they decided to get a screen cap from? Good move. Good move.
That just shows how fucking little the city of Chicago actually gives a fuck about the Bears, because instead of the big deep downfield throw to Darnell Mooney in the what fucking game was that? I don't remember off the top of my head.
Against the Lions or something like that.
Yeah, against the Lions. Yeah, or no, the big the scramble touchdown run that he had against the 49ers. Don't put either of those pictures up there. Put a picture of Justin Fields getting sacked in this mock-up.
Hell, give me the Nick Foles comeback against Atlanta. Give me that.
Put something like that. You might as well just put Cody Parkey doinking the ball off the fucking uprights. Cause
might as well just put Cedric Benson's fucking dead corpse up there. That's what you think.
Is he dead?
Isn't he?
Marion Barber's dead.
Oh, there we go. That's the name.
They found out he died heat stroke. Heat exhaustion. Get some fucking shit. AC, dude. Come on.
Yeah, fuck.
But anyway, just an embarrassment. Another reason for us to fucking say fuck you to Soldier Field, move to fucking Arlington Heights, build our own little stadium, our own little fucking community out there the Bears can party and actually have a decent stadium at. It was funny. Jacob Infante, who's a reporter for the Bears, put this on Twitter, put the pictures of the mock-up, and everybody was just roasting the city. I guess the city of Chicago has its own Twitter page, and they were just tagging Chicago, sending them, roasting them, posting memes, just like the internet always does about anything. So, in the mock-up, a picture of Justin Fields getting sacked, just another reason to say fuck you to the city of Chicago, and head up fucking north to Arlington Heights, dude. I'm all for
absolutely.
it. It's fucking 20 minutes from our house.
I'm sick and tired of it. It's out of the city. People are gonna want to go to the city. You can do both. It is a 40-minute drive from Arlington Heights to the city if you get it at the right time. So I mean, I don't see what the big effing deal is about this move. Oh, you're taking them out of the city. Is there any fucking sports team that's even in their city, for Christ's sake? New York Giants are in New Jersey. I don't know what else to tell you. They're in a completely different state.
Dallas Cowboys play in Arlington, Texas. Like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's a joke. I mean, I don't get it. And I mean, it just makes it way easier every time. Everyone says this about Soldier Field. It's the suckiest thing to get into, and it's the shittiest thing to get out of. Like it, because
Exactly. There's
there's
two
one
ways.
entrance and there's one exit. That is
Yeah, there's the fucking north and the south entrance, and both of them are death traps. And I know this sounds so fucked up to say, but this is like this is just how my mind works. If some dude decided to like shoot up a fucking Bears game, that's where you do it. When all the fucking fans just funnel out, the thousands of fans in the one fucking section, like it's just there's two ways in and two ways out. It's just so claustrophobic, and it's so uncomfortable and time consuming. Plus, there's all the fucking bums down in the city. Hey, can I get a quarter? What the fuck are you gonna do with a quarter? Stick it in your ass. But anyway, yeah, I've about had it with Soldier Field. I've only been there once, and it was fun to go to the game and just watch the game. But like getting into the stadium, walking to the stadium from the parking lot, walking all the way up to the 300 section, which is basically like climbing up a fucking mountain. It was a pain in the fucking
and then having
ass,
it be exactly like fucking 10 degrees outside or whatever. It's just, I don't know.
Hey, the Bears actually won that game. No,
go.
that was the game. Someone in the crowd from above us threw a snowball onto the field and hit Jordan Howard in the dick. It was hilarious. Someone has it. There's a video of it somewhere. He's just standing there and he gets hit in the dick with a snowball, and then
That's
security
hilarious.
like surrounds the dude. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That was me. I'll tell everyone it really wasn't, but that's my Bears memory from Soldier Field. That and the dude in the Barack Obama jersey eating shit. He jumped from the top of his car trying to go into he was trying to pull a Bills and go through a table. And he just totally slipped, smacked his head on the back of the bumper of his car, missed the table. Everyone ate shit. And it was actually on Barstool, and they're like, "Come on, Chicago, be better. You're not Buffalo." And they were just roasting us. Whatever. Yeah, but it was cool. The guy had a Bears Obama jersey. It's pretty clever.
Yeah. Now, hell yeah. Probably had whatever. I think it was 44. Probably, yeah. He's probably rocking 44 on there.
No, it was like number 12. Yeah. Okay. It was like number 12 or 10 or something like that. I was like, okay, whatever.
I mean, I say 44. He was the 44th president. I mean,
yeah, that only makes sense. Would make sense.
No, I think it makes 12, too much sense to do that. Yeah. So either way, yeah, whatever. Let's see. Of course, our next one that we got, like us, it's just like us. As soon as we upload episode 111, NFL breaking news happens. Browns trade Baker Mayfield to the Panthers for, I mean, a washing machine and a fucking little ball pump to inflate the balls. I mean, they got absolutely nothing for it. A 5th round pick. I think the big part is obviously, besides the fact that the Browns have been jerking Baker Mayfield around this entire offseason, dealing with Deshaun Watson and all his bullshit, the Panthers and the Browns play in week 1. So, I know obviously we'll be breaking down divisions and all that. And I actually have that set up right now if you want me to hit the little whirligig, fucking spin the wheel.
Yeah, let's find it out. I mean, Nick, like Nick said, the next 8 weeks, we'll break it down, talk one division a week for the next 8 weeks. And let's find out who we're talking about first. Coming up next week on 113.
Wheel is spinning. I don't know. It's probably not going to focus, but obviously I'll tell you. I just want to show you so there's no shenanigans. The NFC West. We're going to talk about the NFC West. So,
the West.
So, that's what? Rams, Cardinals, fucking Seattle, and
Niners. Yeah.
Niners. Okay. Not that bad. We'll be able to preview.
I like it. We get to talk about the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, Super Bowl champs. What is Seattle going to do? Anything? Probably not. Kyler Murray. Football. And then, like I said, those we'll figure out another team that's in there. So that ought to be good. Do your homework. NFC West, get prepped for that. Like I said, well, I don't know. And then sure enough, every single week I'll go ahead and delete that, and we'll spin again as soon as we're done with that. If you had anything else on Baker and Baker and the Panthers, we can talk about that. Otherwise, Zach Wilson was banging his mom's friend, so I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, who do you think's going to start, Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold?
It's got to be
Who's
Baker.
gonna,
It's got
I
to be
think so
Baker.
too. It has to be
100%. I
Baker.
mean,
I think so too.
Baker's not as bad as people like put him out to be. I mean, he's probably going to struggle, but I mean, he's Sam Darnold. If when you're out there saying I see ghosts, I'm going to take Baker Mayfield. I don't care how long ago you said that. You've clearly shown that you're fragile. You're easily racked. You're frazzled. So give it to Baker. I don't really know. I love that the Robbie Anderson tweets, trying to shoot the narrative that he was like, oh, don't have Baker on my team. I mean, you literally said it, dude. So I mean, that's kind of is what it is. But I'm sure that you can, as much as we change our minds over here, Robbie Anderson has all the freedom in the world to change his mind about who's going to be throwing the ball. So that's fine. I was in the realm of, who the fuck is Robbie Anderson to say who's allowed to throw him a fucking football?
I know.
What
A waste of a fantasy draft pick last year.
When you're targeted 7 times and catch 0 fucking balls, not once, but at least 2 times
I'd say at least 12
throughout the season. I mean, yeah, I don't think Robbie Anderson, while he's probably the number 2 guy on his team, he's no Devontae Adams. He's no Cooper Kupp. He's no fucking Jamar Chase at this point. He has no say as to who should be throwing him a fucking football. He's lucky he still has a fucking jersey. I don't know. That's my opinion on Robbie Anderson's take. So yeah, be grateful that now you have someone that's actually better than Sam Darnold throwing you the ball, in my opinion. I think Baker Mayfield's a little bit better.
If Baker Mayfield, and I do agree, I think he's going to start week 1. I'm taking the Panthers week 1, whatever the odds are. I'm taking the money line.
Yeah, exactly. It's a huge revenge game. Yeah, exactly, for Baker over the Browns. And I guess it might not even be a guarantee that Deshaun Watson plays. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's plowing through these fucking whatever the court cases. Yeah, I was gonna say the court cases, but yeah, no, he did that too. Sure enough, he did that too. He got jerked off, and then I don't. What are they gonna do? And I know they got Amari Cooper on there now. That'll be a little bit better. We'll see. We'll just see how it goes. It's gonna be maybe that's a little bit of a rock fight, but maybe I'm sure now that we say the Panthers are gonna win, I'm pretty sure Myles Garrett might just sack Baker Mayfield 5 fucking times. So it's a complete toss up in the air. I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled for that. So yeah.
No, I think Baker Mayfield's gonna rip Myles Garrett's helmet off his head and hit him with it. That's just something Baker would do. And then they'd put it in a fucking Hulu commercial. Like, buy Hulu now.
Oh my God! Give him a taste of his own medicine.
Baker's gonna come out and be he's gonna be the new heel of the fucking NFL. Yes. He's just gonna be on a big fuck you tour.
Oh my God! Please, Baker, become the new heel. Become the rival.
Take it.
Become everything that
we he's a douchebag. He's a douchebag right now, but he's not a bad guy. You're a good guy, you're a douchebag, or you're a bad guy. Like, he's a douchebag right now. Embrace it fully. Stop doing Hulu commercials. Bring back like Marlboro cigarette commercials, or maybe like I want to see him in a fucking Jägermeister ad. Jägermeister, beat your wife, boom, and then he just fucking embraces, shows up to the game on Harleys, just ghost riding the Harley into the side of the stadium, not giving a fuck. Some kid with a fucking Baker Mayfield 1-of-1 rookie card. Baker, can you sign it? He just rips it in half and spits in the kid's face. That's the Baker Mayfield I want to see in the NFL.
Uses as flint to light his cigarette.
Yes,
and just lights a match to light his cigarette.
Here you go, kid.
Thanks, kiddo.
And then he
takes one drag and flips it in the kid's face.
Yeah.
How you doing, Brick?
That's the Baker I want to see. Come on. Him and Christian McCaffrey will be electric if he can stay healthy.
Shit, yeah, exactly.
Everyone knows Baker Mayfield can't throw past 10 yards, so Christian McCaffrey, PPR, bing bong.
Oh, he's gonna get 20 receptions a goddamn game. It's gonna be insane. Yeah. Last thing on the NFL docket, Zach Wilson fucking infiltrating his mom's book club and banging everything in sight. I mean, that was a complete shock to see why Zach Wilson was trending in the first place. And I just think, you know what? In this world of everyone's getting mad and pissed off and canceling each other, Good for you, Zach Wilson. Bang your mom's friends. I haven't seen pictures. Who cares? Maybe they're probably hot. It's literally every like high school fantasy movie when they do this. Like, oh, Mrs. Fredrickson, you're so hot today. Like, and then Zach Wilson got to live that out. So there you go. Big ups to him. There you go.
Yeah, this is
That's all I gotta
basically
know.
an American Pie movie right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, I've never been the biggest Zach Wilson guy, but respect to him now, going out there banging moms after his girlfriend left him for his best friend.
Oh yeah, that was the whole deal.
That
Yeah,
that started the whole thing. She
yeah,
posted
that's
a
what it
picture on
was.
Instagram, and not only was it his best friend, it was his college wide receiver. So
Oh,
like
brutal.
quarterbacks, wide receivers, they got to have some chemistry, be good buddies there. So he starts dating Zach Wilson's ex, and everyone's calling her a homie hopper on Instagram. And she's like, "Oh, homie hopper, at least I'm not banging my mom's friends." And everyone's like, "Wait, what?"
Wait, what? How
again,
awesome is Zach Wilson?
I don't. Again, I hope it's true because everyone loves milfs, and that would just be a great story to see a little fucking clean cut white boy from BYU out there banging fucking milfs. That's just like, it's sort of like Jim McMahon. Like Jim McMahon was a fucking BYU kid too in college. Then he came to the Bears and was just just a hard
Slinging a rock,
ass,
slinging a cock.
rebel in the fucking NHL. So he's taking a page out of the Jim McMahon book. We'll see if this is true though. This might just be a jealous ex-girlfriend saying something extraordinary to get all the pressure and all the spotlight off of her being a whore.
Either way, Zach Wilson does there's a positive from that. Like I said, no
exactly.
no real
Even
backlash.
if you didn't fuck the moms, it's like, okay, I didn't do it, but everyone thinks I did, so I did.
Yeah, exactly. He's coming out as the face in this. And yeah, she's definitely the heel. Fuck her. Yeah. Homie hopper for sure. Fuck that. Yeah, if you got anything else on that, I got a quick little thing on MMA, or not MMA, quick little thing on some boxing before wrap it up with some wrestling. I don't know if you
let's talk some boxing and the real, combat sport, professional wrestling to wrap this up.
Exactly. None of that fucking fake shit with the boxing and the MMA.
Yeah, what the fuck is cage fighting? Bullshit.
You guys
I want to see fucking
they just keep pushing the Conor McGregor
tables.
Yeah, exactly. The one thing, like I said, from the boxing world, it was coming up. I don't know exactly when, but Tommy Fury, the brother of dude with obviously the big Fury, Tyson Fury, Tyson Chicken. I need some chicken nuggets right now.
Mike Tyson. I like chickens.
I like pigeons
and cocaine.
And the pigeons, man. You want to see my pigeons collection? He actually does have a pigeon collection. He's fucking weird. Tommy Fury drops out of the Jake Paul fight. He's still actually, so the news is reporting that he's still willing to fight Jake Paul. The whole big thing was he's having trouble with his visa, can't get into the States. It's a whole hip hop hoopla. He just wants to, again, quoting, basically saying that he wants to fight on neutral site, somewhere where they can both get in and out, no problem. It was originally scheduled to be somewhere in Florida. Now that they rescheduled it, and Jake Paul has a new fight, has a new opponent. They're going to be August 6th at the Madison Square Garden. So, I mean, if you hate it, if you hate him and whatever, he might end up selling out fucking Madison Square Garden. So that's Jake Paul. I doubt he even sells it out. It's going to be,
I don't think against this no-name guy. I don't think
Yasim Raham Jr.
Yeah. Who?
I
want to see him fight fucking washed up MMA guys and other YouTubers, not
there you go.
This guy. Come on. No, I do want to see him face a real boxer to see if he's legit or not. Cause again, like, I'm not saying I'm a fucking tough guy, but I mean, you beat up YouTubers and Ben Askren, who's a retired wrestler in boxing. Like, it's impressive to a certain point, but if you want to sit out here and say you're an actual great boxer, you're gonna have to beat some actual boxers. So that's what I want to see. And Tommy Fury, he's a little bit of a fucking tool himself, but I mean, at least that dude's a real boxer. So a shame to see him not fighting, with problems with his visa, not getting into the country, whatever.
I mean, the fight's still on the table. He's not like saying I don't want to fight him. He's just saying, like I said, it's exactly that. Can't get that figured out. Would rather obviously stay in British, whatever the fuck they're at, rather than coming over here and probably getting stuck over here or whatever. It is what it is. I'm sure. I mean, Jake Paul's young. It's not like he's on the end of his fucking boxing career like it would be for like a Floyd Mayweather or some shit like that. So it's gonna happen sooner or later. So yeah, I don't know. For anyone that is like truly on the edge of their seat waiting for this fight, I mean, like I said, I would just say that just be a little patient, I guess. Now, I mean, it's probably gonna be another, depending on how this fight goes. I doubt this Raheem guy does anything to Jake Paul just because of just the past track record of his fights. Just maybe he just gets out unscathed and probably have another fight in a couple months. That's how it'll be. I don't know. Not really big into the whole fighting world on that. Jake Paul and just boxing in general is just kind of just lackadaisical. We don't really give a fuck. And it's kind of what we mentioned earlier with baseball, basketball. Just when you don't have a personality like that, it's really hard to get into it. And when there's just one like Jake Paul, you're not gonna watch it because what is actually the odds of this guy beating him in any sort of capacity? Zero. I mean, it truly is zero. So I mean, you're going to be donating your money if you bet on it. You're going to be fucking just losing it straight up if you buy the fight to watch it. It is what it is. Stream it on YouTube. Or stream it on a fucking site.
On Reddit.
Steal it. Yeah, steal it. Steal it. I'm openly telling you to steal it. There you go. If you got nothing else on that, we can wrap it up with the wrestling like we usually do and get on out of here.
That's all I got on that. I just can't wait for the day fucking I don't even know, Jake, Paul, Logan, whatever Paul brothers fighting gets fucking knocked unconscious.
Paul McCartney.
I hope Paul McCartney gets fucking knocked out too, because the Beatles are overrated. But anyway, that's another fucking story. I can't wait for Logan, Jake, whatever, to get just floored and just end his boxing career forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or he goes on to be heavyweight champ of the world. Who knows?
And that's always, they keep saying that's going to be like the lore that's going to keep selling his fights. Like, oh, someone's going to do it eventually. Now when he keeps going up against these no names. So yeah, when they get the Fury Paul fight, that's when I'll be intrigued. Until then, it could be Joe, Jim, Johnny down the street. I'm not gonna. That's basically who's fighting him now. So I don't give a fuck. Yeah, like I said, either way, we're wrapping that up. Going into wrestling to finish this all off. I feel like we got some positive news and some minor little gossip, little fun back and forth, and then an update on where Vince McMahon has been putting his penis. So I think like I said, start off with the good news, and good news, and if you want to think about it that way, I am Sasha Banks. Her image was removed from the Peacock ad. That just signs are just pointing in the direction that this official release is inevitable. I feel like we said it happened like a couple episodes ago, but I keep seeing things like this where it's just hasn't been officially happening yet. So, like I said, that seems like a positive direction for her to actually, get out of WWE the right way, probably not getting blackballed or whatever. Yeah, just like I said, just hopefully that's get figured. They figure that out. Jesus Christ. And, able to see Sasha Banks in some sort of capacity in the ring, maybe in another company, or maybe on the fucking small screen on TV again. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, just minor things like that. Just getting rid of her on the Peacock ad. Probably, not going to see her face on like the programs and shit like that. So, like I said, slowly but surely working in the direction that she'll probably be gone and get her official release. So good on her. The other good news that I had, if you had anything else to maybe add to that, I had Bryan Danielson was cleared of his injury. I believe, recently, having done the head injury, whatever it was that he said. Like I said, he cleared of injury, good, positive, but Tony Khan's going to be a little hesitant to throw him right back into the mix right away. Huge, obviously, investment for Tony Khan, paying Bryan Danielson probably the amount of money that he is. It's good that he's going to be, mindful that with Danielson's past injury history of, I don't know, I believe he fucked up his shoulder not long ago. He has neck that put him out of being able to wrestle for like 5, 6, 7 years. So there's that. Having any minor major head injury again. So just limiting that. And exactly like I just said, not throwing him into this fire whirlwind right now when you don't necessarily need him right away. It's we've said this again with the roster and the shows that they've been putting on. A little lackluster with the names that are being dropped, but in the sense that he'll be back soon. And like I said, just if he is just going to be waiting in the wings, just it's going to be good that his presence is there in general. Maybe he'll slowly but surely get into something cool again. I want to see personally heel Bryan Danielson again. That was maybe the best 2 months of one of the best 2 months of AEW when we got heel Danielson versus Moxley, in my opinion. So, like I said, that was basically the good news on the docket. If you had any comment on those two before we get into the like I said, the juice here, and then / where Vince McMahon, what Vince is up to.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear Bryan Danielson's cleared and all good to go, and I'm on the same page you are. Take however much time you need off. Don't come back until you feel comfortable, till he feels 100%. Because, like you said, AEW, they can go without him right now. They got some great stuff going on with Claudio coming in. Wardlow's the new fucking AEW champ. We still got this bullshit with Jericho and Eddie Kingston. I guess it'll do for another month until Bryan Danielson's back. But we got plenty of stuff going on right now. We got the most, I think, the most underappreciated storyline in AEW right now. The Acclaimed and the Ass Boys officially break up. We got that. So we got plenty to fall back on while the big dogs, CM Punk and Bryan Danielson are out and recovering. So the rest of the guys will pick up the slack until then.
Yeah, like I said, I'm in the same boat. Like I think we made mention to that last week of just while we're just like, oh, they're constantly stacking this roster. It's exactly for this. Injuries happen.
Exactly.
Shit happens.
We got
catastrophe, whatever. So yeah,
Pac's the new champ now. Fucking
yeah, these tier 2 guys are gonna step up.
Penta going
Malachi, Miro coming back.
We got this match tomorrow with Swerve and Our Glory. The tag team champs, the Young Bucks, and Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. That's going to be a great match too. So
personally, I love Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. Not together, yes, and even apart, they're just phenomenal. I feel like they can have a big push for either of those guys. That's gonna be great. So
plus you got FTR, all these guys that are still wrestling,
top guys
with AEW from ROH and New Japan. There is so much that we can just fall back on right now.
Absolutely.
That I'm not going to say I don't miss Bryan Danielson and CM Punk, but it's like with the rest of the great talent and the great booking and all the matches they've had, it's like you forget about them, and it's in a good way. In a good way. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm forgetting about CM Punk, but it's like the rest of the guys are so good that you can live without them for
you're forgetting that they're not there if
exactly.
That makes sense.
That's perfectly worded.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself.
You said it perfectly. I was trying to find a way to say it, and you said it perfectly.
There we are. Let's see here. The next little one before we finish up, we got Jordan Grace. I don't know if you know who this is. She was kind of on the indie scene before she got signed to Impact, and now not right away, but she's been in there for a couple of years now, making her way. Now she's the Impact Women's Champion, the Knockouts Champion, Women's Champion. But she went ahead and just randomly, kind of out of pocket, tweeting about Chris Benoit of all people. She quote retweeted something, and I don't exactly remember what the whole thing was, but basically along the lines of she opened with, this is going to probably be the coldest take I have, yada yada. But
I'm reading it right now.
Chris Benoit wouldn't have been able to hold up with these guys, the top guys today. He wouldn't remember the matches, and then finishes off with, I hope he burns in hell, amen. Bad look on multiple parts. One, you look like you don't know what you're talking about. As much as you want to hate on what Chris Benoit did, and by no means are we going to sit here and say he's justified with anything that he did with or without the head trauma. You can look at his body of work as a wrestler and still be like, that was good. That was phenomenal. That was a great match. That was good. And if you can't, you need to peel back separating the art from the artist a little bit.
Exactly.
Just a little bit. Like I said, I mean, I was listening to this through a bunch of different outlets. I mean, but I have to kind of agree with when I heard it on Cornette and brother Brian Last, the co-host. It's the polar opposite. Chris Benoit, these top tier guys today probably wouldn't be able to hang with Chris Benoit. It's as simple as that. And using the terminology like wouldn't be able to remember the matches. Well, that's because nowadays they all go out pretty much pre-planned from start to finish. These guys nowadays, a lot of them can't call a match in the ring. They can't feed off the emotion of the crowd, can't call an audible. So that's why you kind of just see spot here, spot here, spot here, finish. That's not every single match, and that's not everybody's fucking cup of tea, but for the most part, yeah, it's exactly that. A lot of these top guys go through the motions, spot, interference spot or something like that, spot, end. That's it. And there's no like, oh, the crowd hates you now. It's just flipping. No audible. I completely disagree with Jordynne Grace. Bad move, bad look. However, she apologized. She went on IG. She actually went on IG Live with David Benoit, Chris Benoit's son. And, you know, she even spoke with Chavo Guerrero, spoke with Chris Jericho about the whole matter. She donated $5,000 to the trauma head research. And I obviously am butchering the actual organization that she donated to, but she's trying to make amends for it. And I can commend her for that. But like I said, and then when you just completely come out of pocket like that, you look stupid. She's opened her mouth time and time again and has just kind of just made this like self-image that she just doesn't know what she's talking about. So like I said, take a little grain of salt, Jordynne Grace. Maybe do your homework again, you know, watch some old matches, whether or not you maybe you can stomach watching his matches again. Maybe you can't. I can't sit there and judge you on that. Everyone's free to feel however they feel on that matter. But I don't know, just to sit there and to completely deny anything that he's done. I mean, I pulled up at the flea market just last week and just saw this DVD. I'm looking at these matches: Benoit versus Bret Hart, Benoit versus Kurt Angle in 2 separate matches. I can't wait to rewatch this shit because a Benoit versus Kurt Angle match just screams technical wrestling to me. And I mean, those are just the top 2 guys to probably have done it. So I don't know. Between Benoit's matches with Eddie Guerrero, Angle, they even got the triple threat at WrestleMania. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and defend Chris Benoit for what he did, obviously, but to sit there and say that he was washed up, bad, or couldn't hang today is idiotic. It's as simple as that. It's a dumb statement.
It's like saying OJ Simpson wasn't a good football player because killed his wife.
I know you don't listen to it. That's exactly the same comparison that Jim Cornette uses.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He says it's like saying that OJ Simpson wouldn't have been able to. Oh, I can tackle OJ Simpson. Like no, like what? No, like he was still a good football player. While he got, he may or may not did what he did, but. It's
like saying Dave Mustaine's not a good guitar player because he shoots heroin. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, you like you're saying, just name some of those guys: Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, just some of those big names from the Ruthless Aggression era. It was how do I say this? The Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era in WWE were the peak of wrestling for a reason. Like it was the peak of professional wrestling for a reason, and it was because of guys like that: The Rock, Stone Cold, The Undertaker, Benoit, Eddie Guerrero. Kurt Angle, everyone, all those Edge, motherfucking Chris Jericho,
Triple H,
exactly, Triple H,
Undertaker,
Shawn Michaels.
Kane
It was
sometimes.
the
Yeah.
exactly.
We
It was
could
the
sit here for
peak.
another fucking 10 minutes and rattle off a bunch of names.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Dudley Boys.
Yeah.
Was
Ah.
it was the peak for a fucking reason. It was because they were such they were the best to do it. And to say that they wouldn't last now with, I don't know, fucking who's like
Chris Benoit can't go 20 minutes
Seth
with
Rollins or something.
Yeah,
Like, come
with
on.
Roman Reigns. He can't go up against Roman Reigns. He can't have a match against Austin Theory, The Miz. Get the fuck out of here. These guys wouldn't have been able to lace these guys' boots back in the day. It's disgusting. That it's egregious that she would even say that. And like I said, if you truly feel that way, then you simply have not been paying attention to wrestling. It's as simple as that. It's as clear as that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to sit here and shit on her anymore because she, like I said, she donated, she apologized. She doesn't feel this way. Maybe she does, but in the end, like I said, she cleared it all out.
You know, if you come out and you stand by this and you die on that fucking, die with your comments or whatever, that's one thing. But exactly. Coming out and just okay, I'll take it back a little bit. That's
and just like she can do the 180, I hope the fans do the complete 180 and be like, okay, she realized she was wrong. Now that she thinks it's right, I can be okay with it. And that's exactly how I'm gonna feel. I'm not gonna hold this against her. I'm not. Yeah, exactly. I'll let her, support her as the Knockouts Women Champion. I mean, it's just Impact. She doesn't really have like a huge fucking in terms of like a following or like her words don't hold traction. She's an Impact. I'll leave it at that. Let's see this last little update on Vince McMahon. Got a little picture thing, got a little image thing. Let me pull it up. Just I don't want to butcher it. Let's see here. Wall Street Journal reports that Vince McMahon paid more than $12 million to at least 4 women to keep allegations of sexual misconduct and infidelity over the last 16 years a secret. Wow. Again, my favorite thing from Cornette. He wouldn't pay Bret Hart $2 million, but he'll pay these fucking broads $3 million to keep their fucking cunts shut. So I mean, the deal. Let's see. This continues here. The deals include a $7.5 million pact with a former wrestler who alleged that McMahon coerced her into giving him oral sex and then demoting her, which we don't really know what demoting her means. Maybe that's like going from Raw to just being on the indies, like OVW or something like that. But even then, that's not even it. Demoting her and ultimately declining her contract to be renewed after she was after she resisted further sexual encounters. The wrestler and her attorney reached out to deal with McMahon in 2018 in the return of her silence. So yeah, there's that. Another deal, a WWE contractor presented in the company with unsolicited nude photos of McMahon. She reported receiving from him and alleged that he had sexually harassed her on the job. McMahon agreed to pay her roughly $1 million. Let's see in this one. In 2016, a former manager who had worked with them for 10 years, before he allegedly initiated a sexual relationship with her, was paid $1 million to keep quiet about it. And the WWE board is looking into the claim that there was a $1.5 million NDA reached in 2012 with an employee that made misconduct with both claims with McMahon and John Laurinaitis. So I think we already made mention to that. John Laurinaitis may as well be cooked. He's if you don't know, he was the talent relations guy, fired, then rehired, now fired again. He's gone. He might as well, I don't know, he could be working at a Kroger or fucking, I don't know, a Denny's or some shit like that.
He'd be the ideal guy to work at like a used car dealership. Like, absolutely. He just looks like the guy who'd be like head of sales at fucking Bob Rohrman's used Toyota.
Absolutely. I mean, he's fucked. And at this point, McMahon might be. Here's the thing. Like I kind of mentioned last week, or whenever this dropped 2 weeks ago, Vince McMahon still has like the majority of the shares. He has the majority of Class B shares, which I guess if you're in the stock market is better than the Class A shares that goes out to the public, to the investors. So he has a majority of those, and whatever else he doesn't have is spread out between family and friends that are close to him. So he still has all the power. This is definitely coming from and what a lot of people are speculating, a lot of fucking podcasts, whatever articles, they're speculating that this is just coming from the inside, the WWE board finding some sort of little window to get him, and they just want him gone, and they want him gone by any means necessary. And what that means next would be, who knows? I mean, if they get him out of power, who steps up? That's ultimately the goal for that. For them, but I don't really see it going down like that. If he has this much, if he has this much power, it's still up in the air, still crazy. Another big detriment, big fallback, pushback again. If he's not necessarily going to lose power, he might still be in control. He's still going to have creative and whatever. What does that mean for all these new sponsorships and new broadcasting deals that they're coming on with? Are these companies that are basically PG oriented going to be fine with their head guy going around and fucking everything that moves? I don't know if that's going to be appealing to NBC to be affiliated with this hound dog, or to, I mean, I'm not necessarily thinking like that, but I mean, some execs might see it like that. Whatever else, they just got some big broadcasting company to be shot and seen in India. I mean, it's shit like that you could lose a lot of money for something like this. And I don't know what it entails. Obviously that's not anything that's been reported on, anything like that, but that's just something that it could happen. Definitely been the possibility in the realms of this fucking cancel culture world that we've decided to live in with. So, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, we kind of made mention to that, but going from, like I said, the big thing here, we're going from 3 million in the NDA that we knew about 2 weeks ago prior to now 12 million and being 4 now. And that's just what we know. And that's just what we know from the NDAs. And then there might be even the victims that don't get NDAs that we like, hey, I'm not signing this. I'm going to fight this. And then they just get brushed under the rug, or probably people that just don't get offered anything at all. I mean, there's probably for every one, or I would think for every NDA that's reported, there's probably at least 2 or 3 other situations, encounters that probably are exactly that, brushed under the rug, not going to be mentioned about. So I don't know. This is it's a rough look, and like I said, it probably, and again, I'll for like the 5th time in this past like 20 minutes, I'll go back to Cornette. I'll kind of have to say that this is gonna have to boil down to somebody in the board of directors is really pushing at this, really egging at this. Someone there is spilling all the beans and wants him gone for some reason. So either way, I don't know. We'll see how that unfolds. I don't know. What you got on that? You get any spicy takes on that?
Yeah, and just the world of cancel culture and all this horse shit, and people trying to cancel Mr. Potato Head and Aunt Jemima and Joe Rogan. Like, these are the people that actually deserve it. These scumbags like Harvey Weinstein and the Epsteins and the McMahons of the world. So you do that shit, you exploit, women, people in general like that. That's just I'll never defend anybody for something like that. So no matter how much you love WWE, you love Vince McMahon, the character, whatever, you'll never be able to defend anybody like that. I love fucking Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead more than anything. But if it finds out he was fucking raping chicks, then fuck that guy. Same with Bill Cosby.
It was actually the complete opposite. They came out and said he had incredibly high body count and everyone loved him.
Exactly.
Oh, Lemmy.
That was just
how does that ugly fuck get what, like 12,000? Jesus Christ.
Fuck, because that's heavy metal, dude.
I'll learn fucking bass guitar. I'll learn
Lemmy, baby.
I'm sorry. That's probably audio rape of the ear for some of you who just heard that. So I'm sorry. Go ahead and get on with your.
No,
Sorry.
yeah, I hope they do find something to put this guy away if all this shit is true, because there's too many people like that who get away with stuff like this just because they are who they are and they got the money to shut people up. And
Yeah.
apparently nowadays, and I'm not saying apparently like it's a bad thing, like it's good that that doesn't work anymore. You can't just pay someone off and all the bad shit you've ever done goes away magically. I'm glad that these people are take or being held responsible for the scumbag shit they do.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, exactly. It might not exactly amount to jail time or whatever, but yeah, it'll probably be a huge chunk of change taken out, if not more. And then it could ultimately lead to exactly what we've been mentioning, just a no Vince McMahon being in the creative role, just a no McMahon role in any sort of capacity. Maybe, I mean, it might get Stephanie, but
Yeah.
who the fuck wants that? I mean, if you don't have
Ugh.
Vince, you don't have Vince in that role, who's, like I said, been there for the past 60 fucking years. I mean, there's just no point. That's not the WWE anymore. It's just at that point, it just turns into any other fucking side rodeo show that you would go see at the American Legion Hall
Carnival or some shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, we might see that. Might see absolutely nothing come from it because, like I just said, he ultimately has a lot of the power. He might not. He might even have enough money.
There we go. Jose Abreu, 2-run shot for the White Sox.
Fuck yeah, there we go. Yeah, the game just started. A couple minutes ago. So yeah, that's good. That's good.
Rest in peace to Murphy.
Yeah. Oh well.
I didn't bet it anyway. Fuck it.
Either way, good shit. Let's see. I think that's about it on everything. Honestly, I had nothing much further on that. I guess we just got to, like I said, see how it plays out. Yeah, it'll come up. Everything always comes up how it is. How the cream always rises to the top, as they say. So,
and again, just total long shot. What if this is all just a work?
Just selling tickets.
He's the one guy that you wouldn't put that past.
Oh yeah.
Like Goodell, Bettman, all the other commissioners and the heads of these companies and shit. Like, okay, they're scumbag. But Vince McMahon, you'd be like, I can see him doing this. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
He had Triple H hump a dead body.
Yeah, and it's that. It's just like it and all these like the timeline, like 2006, and it's like mid 2000s, late 2010s. Like, this is right around where he's still like writing stuff for himself. He's with the divas. He's like cheating on his wife, and that's basically the storyline. He was cheating on his wife, and like Trish Stratus is in his fucking in his locker room, and Stacy Keibler is giving him a lap dance, and fucking I don't know, Eva Marie is out there when she was out there. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that I guess him cheating, infidelity is getting him over, and that's just what drives the character, and it's a little disgusting. It's just very it's very just like bathroom potty humor that he's been relying on, and it's like, I guess you finally see that it's more than just the character. It might be his actual fucking self. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. And a lot of people are also commending him, commending him.
There we go. Commending.
Words are hard. That he can just, get it done at 80 years old. He's still fucking and getting sucked off around there.
Fucking.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, probably with the help of Blue Chew. And
Blue Chew, not a sponsor
just yet. But you like dick pills? Blue Chew.
I took a free trial to that shit once. It works. That's all I'm gonna say. You could fucking chip rocks with your cock. That's all. You could fucking work in the salt mines. That's all. Without a pickaxe. That's all I'm saying. I did a free trial of that shit once, and boy, is it fun.
Shit.
I ain't gonna lie.
Well, if you want a good trial on something, use code SYS9 at PointsBet. If you got anything else, Bill, I think we can wrap this baby up. That was a great way to end it out, talking about Vince McMahon's penis, talking about your penis. I'll leave mine out this episode, but
just this episode.
Yeah, next time. Get ready for a crazy intro next time.
Get ready. Everyone on YouTube, get ready for something
Oh
wild.
yeah. Oh
This
yeah.
video's getting
Yeah,
taken
you're
down.
gonna want to subscribe and follow, hit that little bell for next week's episode. Wink, wink. Oh yeah, coming in crazy.
Oh yeah, coming. CUMMIN. Coming in crazy.
Oh yeah.
All over your fucking
Oh
faces.
shit. There we go.
Yeah, let's
Thank you.
fucking wrap
Yes.
this up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a fucking gyro for dinner. I got a taste
Fuck
for
yeah.
a gyro.
Hell
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, then I won't leave you here. And let's thank you to everyone. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Shoot Your Shot. Thank you, PointsBet. Thank you, Troy. Thank you everyone for listening. Like, share, subscribe, fucking follow us everywhere, but not to my car. I'll probably hit you with a bat. So there you go. So take care. Woo!